that. At least not off of ads. The ad revenue is garbage on Twitch, anyways. Let's be real. So I don't care for it. I rather
I agree. You should turn off as
Right?
much of the ads as you possibly can.
But yeah, I did that. Some people have like 7 ads run before I can see their shit. It is what it is. Each to each their own. Some people really need to make money on this platform, but
Token, welcome. Thanks for lurking in both of our streams, I imagine.
always lurking, always watching.
Always
Wazowski.
watching.
Yeah, for real, Token gives me that vibe sometimes. He is in everyone's streams. Sometimes I'll go to someone else's stream, and because I've rated them or told him about them, I'll see the Ayo lurk thing too. I was like, oh, look at him. He's everywhere. He's everywhere. Mr.
Right now,
Boob. But what about
refresh
Mrs.
me
Boob?
On the whole lurking. Can I mute the tab or the stream itself?
Mute
The
the
tab.
tab just in case.
How
They're
do I
saying that
mute mute site?
mute site, yeah. I was gonna
Okay.
say they're saying that supposedly it works when you just mute the stream, and I will say Twitch has its good days, Twitch has its bad days. There have been days where it's counted all of my lurks, and there have been other days where it does not count any of them. And I'm like, dude, I see you guys talking in chat even. How is it not counting all of these people? Like, I'll look in it and it's like all people that I know too, and I'm like, how is it not counting everybody? So, also, Mr. Boob, name an NPC. They are gay. Okay, that's what your brother just chose, babe. He just chose to name an NPC Mr. Boob.
Mr.
It's
Boob,
special,
and they
we
are
have
gay.
to. Mr. Boob and Mr. Boob.
Excellent.
Can I pay to give myself a nat 20?
You
Yeah.
technically could, but it's
Answer
only
that
one
is
nat 20 per
yes.
stream. Yeah, it
I
is.
mean,
There,
I have the
it
channel
exists.
point for it.
We have
Like,
the
I won't-
Do we get to
technology.
choose? Do we get to choose?
What do you mean
Can I,
choose?
like-
Who the nat 20 goes to? Yes, technically you do as well.
Yeah.
Choose who the nat 20 goes to. Because it's for audience members typically, so audience members would be able to choose. So theoretically, you could choose too.
I roll to piss myself. It's
Oh,
a critical
no.
hit.
Refunds points. You would have done that anyway, Kane.
I'm just
Ah,
gonna
say
keep
indeed.
redeeming NPCs and making a bunch of NPCs.
Beautiful.
Soon they're all gonna be my NPCs. Kenyon's not gonna have to write any of them.
Perfect.
Kenyon,
I'm
They're
gonna
all
add like an
boobs.
extensive backstory to one of them.
this right here, I had Saucy put his preferred D20 for you, so you can code it like you wanted to.
Thank you, yes.
Hey.
Just want to see the Mr. and Mr. Boob be like, look at a couple of boobs over here, huh?
Oh my
Lot
god.
of boob.
The
A
boo.
lot of boo. Oh,
Lot
also,
of
Saucy, I didn't put this
fucking
on the
boobs.
flyer, but I was thinking about for the 12-hour stream that we, or that I would do a giveaway of the Killer DLC at least, or, you know, both, however.
I could probably do that too. We need to do one in our own streams or just in all of them all together.
We could do it all
It's
together,
like
however.
$5. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm good
That's how
either
I
way.
feel about it. I'm gonna have my own copy of both either way, because I make sure I have at least all the Killers and Survivors, or
get-
try to.
2 copies because I'm getting them both on both my accounts.
Oh, true, yeah. Yeah, did you do that to lower your MMR a little bit?
Yeah, it didn't work because I'm already back. I think I'm ahead of my main account at this point
Wow.
because I only really sweat on my Smurf.
Yeah,
Pretty
like,
sure I'm ahead of my
I-
main at this point.
I'm hoping when Dragon and I play with you that it drags you into our MMR because we haven't been playing, so
Hopefully.
like at all. Like we haven't touched the game. I touch the
I've
game
already
like
got-
maybe every 2 weeks because Potato will be on stream and he'll send me an invite. I'm like, I got a Swift Potato though. He usually only plays for a couple rounds anyway.
Yeah, I've got like 110 hours on that account already.
Plus, some of y'all are silly. Some of y'all think so
Wow.
highly of me as a survivor, and I'm like, what do you mean? I'm just trying to get chases in, but I appreciate y'all thinking I'm good at this game.
But
I'm like, I
not.
just want to
Kenyon.
run.
Kenyon,
I see
am
Bob.
lurking in
I
your
love Bob.
stream,
Yes.
But I am going to not do that. Like, I mean, I'll leave the tab open, but I'm not going to go on that screen anymore because I can see
Goodbye,
your
Bob.
fog of war through you. I
Yeah,
didn't
no,
see
I
anything
mean,
Ah.
except I saw you were making a bunch of our minis, which is cool, I guess.
No, I mean,
Yeah, see, it's the
not-
same thing
not
for me too.
necessarily,
Oh, also, you should edit your title to say DM perspective, because I feel like more people would
True
still
enough.
click on that.
By
Yeah.
the way, is there a way to like upload an image to this area of the world? Well, in the game.
Upload an image to.
Yeah.
What do
You
you
can
mean?
upload
Here.
a 2D image to put it underneath. Like, for example, the grid is an image.
No, I mean like just have like a little card, like a note card, but like with an image instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
As a
what
matter of
it's doing,
fact,
yeah.
here, what you do is you go to Objects, Components, Tools, Note Card, and then you right-click on this. You click, I was pretty sure it would be under Custom. Well, hold on. Let me just spawn you in something you could do it with.
So, Kenyon, I just made a universal note that anybody and everybody can work together in posting notes. If you want to verbalize some stuff about what has happened
Oop.
recap-wise, I will type it as you say it.
Like
just let me
if
know
we
when
meet
you're
an
ready for
NPC
that.
as a group, he could be like, ah yes, name.
Yeah, I want to put names. I want to put recaps of what we did. That way, and then I'll have my own notes that I use for me. You know, like my notes is like his general thoughts on each of the people. I
Like
have
the
them up here and
story
I
so
edit them.
far, and then just be like,
Yeah,
stuff
but the big thing
happens.
is we need to have the names of places and people of importance. Also,
Also-
if we have a group, what's it called? Treasury. We can keep that here and we can edit it as needed.
That's a good idea.
Because I also have my inventory in my notes because it's a hassle to whip my character sheet out and write it in, paper. And I bet it would be a pain in the patootie for you guys to edit yours on the fly. All notes
I mean,
are
it's up
just
to you.
so-
Oh, you have a second monitor now, so now you really are gonna thrive with that, huh?
Yeah. So
I forgot.
I'm using
I
one
was
just
gonna
to
say, I
watch
don't know about the
screen.
rest of the group, how well y'all know Ira, but Ira types like probably the fastest out of everyone here. I can almost guarantee you that.
100%.
Like he types hella fucking fast.
That's what happens when they teach you to
Decent,
type
but-
when you're 5.
Yeah.
And also, you go into a job that has you type information.
Oh, yeah,
Like I
was a
think
data
Ira could go and
input
be like
person.
the court person thingy. I don't know what they call
Oh,
them,
yeah.
but you know, the
Well, I
little
actually
the
was
little
gonna do
writer
that, but
person.
you know how fucking expensive that is?
Expensive? Wouldn't they pay you, my guy?
Well,
No. To get the
training
certification,
certification.
you have to be certified, like boards, and you have to buy your own transcriber machine.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
gross. That's
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah, that's
They
what I
should
was
at
saying, like,
least
I was
have a
gonna do that.
transcriber for each courtroom. Like
I'm
that's
saying.
dumb.
Because I Googled it. I was just like, what is this job? Or what are good jobs for people who can type fast? And that came up. And they don't make that much. They make like 50, 60 a year, which is good, but it's not
You
like...
could have been transcribing the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard case, though.
I could have
Well, I
been.
think a lot of that goes with
Dude, listening to that
legality.
lawyer have to repeat that text message Johnny sent to somebody, the
Ooh.
really vulgar one, that shit was funny.
Oh,
Oh,
And I wish she'd been like, I didn't hear you, can you repeat that?
purple
Yeah, right.
face the entire
Yeah.
time. Oh my god, Amber Heard. I
Yeah.
mean,
She was so mad. Until she's probably never heard that one before.
Ira,
have we
what were
heard
you?
on our
Were
last
you saying? Where is the information? Like, is it under notebooks?
Yeah, it's in notebooks and it's gray. It's universal. Everybody is what I named it, and everybody should have access to it. Looks like Dragon is already typed in there.
the story so far, PP, Mr. Boobs exist, and PC redeem. Oh no! All right, too fucky wucky. We won't mess with it anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun though. I like having notes like that. Let me put my screen into the bigger screen. I really like the transitions I found on this
They're
overlay.
very nice.
It's so simple. It's like really clean overlay. I really, really like it. I was searching for months for another overlay that I liked, and I was gonna get to the point where I'm like, I'm just gonna make one that I like, and I was like, that's a lot of work though. I know how to do it, but it's a lot of work. I have the right program for it too now.
I was just going to combine multiple different overlays. Like, for example, if you watch Starting
yeah, Kenya's
Soon...
been Frankensteining it, so...
If I go
it's
from
been
Starting
interesting.
Soon to Intermission, it does a really cool transition. And then that's the only one I've changed. So anytime I go to a different one, it's still the default one. But that was just me messing with it. Like, one more time, from Starting Soon to Intermission, it does the skull, like, descending down. It's really cool.
Very.
And what is spooky time?
Oh man, I'm gonna have to redeem your spooky time. Either another time or refund your points. Because spooky time means I put on my my skeleton mask. But I'm
he's
a
not face
VTuber.
camming right now.
I'm gonna need you to get that on your VTuber model.
I'm gonna need you to make a skeleton YouTuber.
That's actually really easy. A toggleable like thing like that. That's super duper easy. I've
Give
never
me a
done it.
skeleton
I've
first.
been wanting to do it for my own model with like the blankets and stuff like that.
You can get like
Not
a
hard to do.
Car mask, even though you're
Honestly, at this
not
point,
Iran.
skeletubing
No,
is,
yes.
is something I might look into here soon.
The only problem with the
Yes.
Arankar mask would be that I would have to either draw it myself or pay someone to do it.
Because I don't know if you've noticed,
That's
but
why
a
like
lot
existing
of my Twitch
assets are
stuff
better.
is, because I don't know if you've noticed,
That's why
bone
like
oriented.
existing assets.
Whoop.
I'm
So
not
is
gonna lie,
mine.
Kenyon, at one point in time, when I was thinking about VTuber models of just being a skeleton, just a skeleton, like
Do
that
it. Not a
sort
lot of people would
skeleton.
do it. That's fucking cool. I like the cool
wouldn't have a whole
VTubers that
lot of
aren't
facial
humanoids. You can do more expressions with a lot more than just your face, man. In general, with VTubers, I see people do it all. People are inanimate objects, okay?
Get like
All the
just a
animals.
hand tracker, so I can have like little skeleton hands.
Right.
I really want to do hand tracking, but it costs like $80 to at least do
Which,
the basic version.
approve my
pretty
goddamn
much almost
emotes.
$100 with shipping and everything.
Saucy, I have a question for you. This little time
Yeah.
clock by Kenyon, what time does it say for you?
Let's see. Looks like military time because it says 2022:48.
Oh, it says the same time for everybody. That says 8:22.
Well, no, I was just wondering if it would change for his time zone or not.
I literally only read in military time, by the way.
Dude.
So, I did that though because of my ex. Not gonna lie, and it just kind of stuck.
Disney was a
Kenyon,
quote
what is
unquote
the name of
24-hour.
Dead World?
So
Zelbeth.
I'll be
A lot
back.
of-
I know how to read military time. I was just telling you exactly what was on it.
Yeah. No, it's just funny because how many
he
people
was
look at my
waiting for a
phone.
punchline.
How many people look at my phone and then they're like, "What the fuck is that even say? 1300? What the fuck is that?" I'm like, "It's 1 o'clock, dude. It's not that weird when you get used to it."
All right.
It's
well,
like everything
Randy
else runs
said
off of
that
military.
Basically, he's not going to be allowed to play tonight. I don't think his
Oh?
parents would
So
let
weird.
him or something. I don't know.
They pretty much
But-
don't want to see him on his computer. I think they just
Yeah.
want to see him packing stuff up. Unfortunately. All right. Let's start
onward.
off where Randy was at then, and that way you can put him in a place. If that makes sense.
Well, Randy's outside talking to Ahsoka. This is Corin Underbow. Underbow.
For myself and possibly any viewers that did not get a chance to catch last session, can we do like a quick little synopsis?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, what was the name of the
Oh yeah, that's
people?
true. Because Kay didn't get to see. Wasn't in last session at all.
Teldaray.
Kenyon, what was Elderay?
Teldaray.
With a
Oh.
T.
Ray or Teldora?
I'm going to be honest. I came up with this world name completely independently of fucking whatever one of Critical Role's campaigns is set in a world called something very similar. And I'm like, look, it's a fantasy world. There's only so many letters and syllables. It's going to sound like something. So I think it's Teldora. And if fucking Teldore, let me just Google it. Alright, yeah, it's Teldora. Because Teldore is fucking some Critical Role shit, apparently.
There. Now my
I'll
thing
let you
is my
edit it in a
character.
second.
Also, Cade, appropriately shout out Liz in my chat, thank you.
Kate, are you also
That's what I
streaming?
did.
No. He has a special command.
Oh,
I think you need to make a panel, babe, that says command and just put that one by itself. That's it. No other command.
Yes.
And then that way people will be like, big titty goth GF, what the fuck? Like wonder what the fuck that does
and then they do it.
just say that. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Oh, hi, Tara.
Hello, Terry. Nintendo 64. Yes. Thanks. It is a great
Tara
calculator.
appreciates my
It says
calculators.
boobs.
Tara,
Excellent.
that is the number one time
It's
that I have
fantastic.
entered the chat, is that
Yeah.
I have gone around and every single one of them is set to perfection.
And if it helps, I already came in here.
Every
one of our
single one,
players.
Cade? Every single
he
one?
redeemed named the NPC, and now an NPC will
Are
be
you
named
sure
Mr.
about
Boob.
that? No.
Oh
Yep.
dear.
Come back. The only exception being dragons, which are named Bob.
There you go.
You noticed that I got rid of only to return. Hello.
You know what?
This is
you know what?
Blabo.
You know what,
Well,
Dragon?
well.
All right.
You know what?
What is the capital
Hey,
called?
and this is how Cade loses his privileges.
No!
I just see both Kate and Dragon without the
This is-
badge anymore.
Cade, it's every time. This is why I can't trust you.
Hey, I didn't do anything. Rude.
I didn't demote Dragon. So who
Grr.
did?
Oh, maybe it doesn't show it on my screen.
Grr, I cannot touch objects now. How dare whoever did
There you
this.
go.
Oh, hi. I can touch objects again. Touch.
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 Oh, it's because you
Ah.
disconnected earlier. That's why.
Ah, so I
If you
demoted
disconnected,
myself.
yeah, you did. You demoted yourself. Anyways, so last time in the campaign, we entered
Last
the world.
time on Dragon Ball Z.
Last time on Dragon Ball blah, blah, blah. Dragon Ball Zelbath. Anyways, we entered the portal. We found ourselves in the research facility in Zelbath, where they studied the magics and arcano technology to traverse the planes. And we spawned here. Came out of a chaos portal. We looked around a little bit. We were attacked by some corrupted rat-like creatures.
Oh no.
Sadly, they all died.
They could not be
Um,
rescued.
They could not be saved. They could not be tamed.
No. Unfortunately for
Sadness.
Barrett.
Anywho, we went outside and we found Zambos everywhere, zombies, corrupted humanoid individuals. The encampment is left a wreck. It seems very rushed that people left. There's dead bodies everywhere that have been rotting for, a month or so. And yeah, Zambos were attacking. Ahsoka, an individual who went out on the first group of the Second Crusade, their party split up in 4 cardinal directions to scout out the area, and Ahsoka was the only one to make it back. Here they are a week later, reuniting with this group so that perhaps they can join up with another adventuring party that may be able to hold their own, so to speak. And then we also found a couple different things in the laboratory. There was an ambient siphon, an Arcanotech battery, so to speak. Almost like a a solar power type thing, but it regenerates magical energy from the ambient magical energy in the air. Once per day, it will refund a spell slot level 1. Or there are other features that it can be used to unlock because it is a power source. For example, the campaign session ended with this room with flickering lights coming out of it. There was a severely damaged Arcanoforged lying dormant in the research facility. After a couple, repairs and, pressing the right buttons, this Arcanoforged was released from some latch mechanisms, and Titanite put the ambient siphon in a slot in the Arcanoforged, and it seemed to calm the shocky stuff going on around the pod, and the Arcanoforged slowly opened its eyes to life.
Very nice.
I meant to try and set up
Notes look
voice
good for
mod.
that.
Let's see. What's it under?
What'd you say, my
Universal?
love?
Brother, is it under Universal?
It couldn't be anywhere else.
You need to click out of it so it saves and updates for us. There you go. Oh.
That'd be a lot of words.
Oh, here, I'm gonna put it on the center of my screen for stream.
Very nice.
Looking pretty
If
good.
you click the top left corner, Liz, it'll open it up and stretch it so it all fits on the page.
Whoa! Fuck yeah!
I got you. I give the
So what are
viewers
you
what they
doing?
want.
Hold on.
Didn't have enough for a hee slap. Well, too bad. I'm gonna probably lower the prices of some of my
that.
channel point thingies.
Nice.
Honestly, even them out. But
Yeah, I
shall.
wanna lower the price of some of mine as well.
I made them more expensive because I didn't want them often, I guess. But we have cooldown redeems too.
I'm sorry.
Yes, that's exactly
Fair.
what Show didn't have money for.
I got you. I
Okay.
got you, show.
Anyone want to read this out loud for the class?
Well, I
mean,
just
that was more or
stated
less what
all of the
Kenyon
things
just
just
did.
now.
I mean, he kind of rambled a little bit, so
A little bit, yeah.
I paraphrased.
Embellish,
Okay, so we
Embellish
need
is the opposite
to.
of paraphrase.
Fair
I
enough.
would like to just know where Randy can be, where his character will be, I guess, in a spot. Or somewhere. Or are you just
man,
gonna silently tag along for now? It's rough, I know.
It really is.
Isn't he, doesn't he know this place or something? Maybe he just stays behind and, like,
No,
rifles
Dragonborn are from the other world. Teldora.
but he's been here before.
I have. Not Randy. I have.
Mhm.
Ahsoka has.
We will
The
say
only-
To
that
edit your own
Alright.
name into the top part of the Universal, if anybody needed, just go ahead and type your name or your character name followed by, I guess, whatever it is that you want to be known as.
I made
for
him
your
a dolphin.
campaign.
Where do
Where
you do
do I
that?
put this?
He's being a dolphin.
Oh my god. But
Wait,
where
one person needs
in
to do it at a
Universal?
time, or else it's gonna update to the newest person.
Universal?
Yeah, go to Universal, and we'll go around the table. Just type in your name, and then you type in your character's name, and then here, let me do it real quick, and I'll just show you. So,
Oh. I was gonna put it above, since it'd be weird to put it in the middle.
oh, what happened?
I'm going to say that for this session, Corin Underbow insisted on going to look for Ahsoka's team and went off on their own without waiting around for anyone else.
Maybe as a
As-
thank you, I guess, or something to try
Opie
and
doesn't
like for
find any
Ahsoka.
Wendigos.
Hmm.
Or,
Could
I'm
be.
sorry,
I don't
is
know.
there conveniently not going to be any Wendigos for him to find?
Ahsoka
Well,
was the first
listen.
person to jump in and try to help, I guess.
Listen,
Okay, so I
Cade,
added
if
my
Randy
name.
were
Go
here,
ahead and
maybe
do-
I would kill his character appropriately, okay? I'm not going to kill him off.
Dragon, you go ahead and do that next.
I guess I'll go.
Yeah. Ira was picking who to go next, that way to keep the chaos contained.
Yeah.
Point of order, not to
Did
cut
someone say
anyone
chaos
off.
control? Sorry.
Chaos control. The research facility was right by the ruins of the Naga cityscape, right?
Okay, I did. The
More
thing.
or less incorrect. The
Okay.
research facility was next to the Capitol.
Gotcha.
And as a
You
matter
find
of
a good spot to
fact-
throw me in, and I will follow your lead.
Oh, trust me, I will.
How far is it from the capital? Because in that map, it looked almost equidistant.
No. The Capitol is roughly 3 to 5 miles from here, I want to say. And the swamp is like a lot more. Probably 30-ish miles.
True.
One good horse ride away.
Yeah, give or take. So last time we left off kind of in the middle of an action sequence. So we're going to zoom back to this. The golem's eyes flicker awake, and I believe last time I said that it's almost as if it woke up screaming out of some sort of PTS dream and then realized it was doing so and stopped and just started to kind of look around. It acknowledges your presences, but just it's like it's not sure how to react.
Where's my guy? Did his mini not save?
It died. You need to spawn it a new one.
I was going to say, I know I wasn't in this room by myself.
You know, I would love to spawn you a new one, but I'm not allowed.
Oh, that's what happens.
Right. Wasn't the guy over here just dolphining a while ago?
That was Randy's character, so it's okay.
Oh.
What do you mean this?
Dolphin. Hello?
Oh, whales! Okay, enough. This is a serious. We're in the middle of an apocalypse. Thank you.
Ah, yes. Very
Sounds about right,
seriousness.
About right. He is doing the thing. I left Hyperius and Archimedes at the door so that they didn't get too close to that malfunctioning siphon.
Mm-hmm. Which has
Is the
now
siphon
shut down.
Still malfunctioning? Yeah.
No,
okay.
no. Once you put in the ambient siphon, it's like you kind of put in a replacement battery, and the other one disconnected from the circuit, and the whole room, like the lightning and shit that was flashing and stuff, it's all powered down now. But this golem does awaken from that.
Okay, so I guess Titan would ask it a question. He would attempt to get a response from it. Okay, like, can you tell me your name?
It like almost jumps a little bit, like as if it's skittish, but it very robotically and mechanically kind of tilts its head down at you and pauses for a moment and then lets out a very rustic sounding no.
Do you not remember?
I do not remember.
Do you know what year it is?
Is it... He names, about the time of the first expedition.
Off by a little bit. I would look over. You said there were other ones, but they were powered down.
They are in various states of disarray. Most of them are kind of battered up or used for scrap parts or incomplete. In fact, this one is incomplete as well. The model is kind of, misleading as it has no legs. It is held to the wall in this
did
pod.
You just somehow color tint?
I sure did. You
made him bigger.
Well, he's full-sized. He's not an autognome.
And I got a joke to say, but I won't say it.
Listen, you.
All right, so this is the only operable one.
Yes.
And is its legs just like missing, like they were never made, or does it look like trauma tore them off?
It looked more like a trauma.
Does it have stumps, a waist? Like, where exactly would you describe the legs no longer being?
Imagine an action figure that you, rip the legs off of, so it's just torso.
So it's got a groin?
Probably slightly
like where you're
above
going.
groin. Maybe more like
so-
abdomen line.
Okay, gotcha. And there's no way, given my knowledge, I could scrap parts from the rest of these to try and make a makeshift leggings.
I would allot you a roll for it, but you think
Okay,
it might
so,
take you some time.
So nat 20s are always a thing, but
Mm-hmm.
it is unlikely.
Yeah, it's probably unlikely. However,
Okay, so yeah.
You don't think that the required pieces are here. You think that if anywhere, they might be in the capital or some other sort of research laboratory would have certain pieces that you would need to fabricate some legs for this creature.
Okay. Would I be able to fabricate some sort of wheelchair?
That sounds pretty, rudimentary. I mean, I feel like you could probably fashion something like that. Yeah, because I'm just thinking, you're an artificer. How would you go about that mechanically? Are you going to build a small type of cart, or are you going to, make it with a spell? Because, again, it might take you just a minute if you're just going to build him a wheelchair, but you could do
It's
it.
probably going to be like mechanically building a wheelchair. I'd probably grab a couple of wheels, something that could come together, and use the mending cantrip to essentially solder it together.
Okay. I will say you probably won't get, all of the materials necessary in the laboratory, but definitely in the encampment. There's parts out here and, stands that have been abandoned.
Wagon wheels and
Yeah.
hopefully 2 smaller wagon wheels, or even one wheelbarrow style.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you could definitely do something like that.
Essentially, I'm making this man a wheelbarrow that he can sit in. And
Okay. Yeah.
does he have the 4 arms or the 2?
He does just have the 2. Again, apologies.
I will
He-
command.
What, having arms isn't good enough?
I am VTubing
about
right now,
that
so you can't
forearm
see
game,
me drinking
you know what
water.
I'm
But
saying?
look, let me just pantomime. Ah, yum 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 water.
Oh my.
Mine kind of shows when I'm eating because of my puff cheek thing. Anytime you see her cheeks puff up and I'm not talking, it's probably because I'm chewing.
I have noticed
It's really
that
funny.
whenever I drink out of like a clear glass, you'll still see my mouth open. But if it's not like if it's like solid, then usually it doesn't.
I'm gonna add Hannah Tool to both you and Dragon's VTubers, so now I know when y'all are eating, because it'll
Oh,
it'll
yeah.
tell me that much. It's really hard to notice actually, but it's a very small cheek puff with a little bit of movement. It actually looks like you're fucking eating.
So we're gonna name this guy Mr. Boob.
Oh man.
A fantastic name. Let's do it.
Exactly. That's
Um,
what was redeemed.
One of
And we could
his
say
But
it
where's
was
his
done.
husband?
No, I'm just
one of
kidding.
his pectoral-esque, like these are built in a humanoid fashion. One of his pectorals is missing as well from the torso, so he's only got the one.
He's missing a boob, I see.
He is Mr. Boob.
Could be Miss Boob, missing boob.
Oh, that's good.
Wow.
That's good. No, he's got a point.
All right, but I'm just gonna tell you this: Titanite wouldn't come up with that name, so somebody else needs to be creative.
Thank
I like that idea. But he'd name him like 7413. No, don't touch my owl.
I cannot remember anything. All I know is I awoke an undesignated amount of time ago. It seems like it's been so long. And all I knew was pain and blinding light. For until now.
So, Ira, are you
terrible.
essentially passing your name and NPC forward?
You
And then
know,
take away Cade's hand privileges.
I can't take away his hands.
I'll be good.
I think I already know who's gonna come up with the name. A certain snake lady that is to be introduced.
Now, why
That-
do you
that was
think
my
I'm gonna
vote.
name something some boobs?
it
You know,
isn't
no
missing
reason.
boob.
No reason. No reason at all. Yeah, hide behind this building
says,
over here. You
"Well,
don't see me.
Now that I am awake, what are you to do with me?"
Oh, well, as far as I can tell, I'm going to have to get you a wheelchair. It doesn't seem like I'll be able to fabricate the legs from the meager parts that are still here. It looks over at like the absolutely destroyed and tattered bits of the other ones and just goes, no amount of mending that's going to fix that.
So, you are taking me with you?
I can't very well leave you here.
Where are we going?
As far as to fabricate you some legs, it'd probably need to go to the capital. Hopefully they have a couple of things that are still untouched by the corruption. Do you know where the capital is?
I don't know where I am.
Do you know of the capital?
I think so. And he, like, his mechanical eyes shudder down, and he seems to be very, very difficultly concentrating. And he says, "I think I remember being in the capital. I remember streets, many, many people, but I can't think of any faces, of any names. I don't know. I know what a
I
capital
can't
is."
tell if this is unusual or not because you're the only one I know of. Hopefully we'll be able to find more.
I suppose, as a researcher, it would be compromising your research if you were to just kill me.
Even if I weren't a researcher, I wouldn't want to kill you. This technology was made to save lives, not take it.
What if I'm not worth saving?
I didn't ask if you were worth saving.
Hmm.
We've lost so much in this world already. I don't think that it's in my heart to lose anything else.
Its eyes shudder down again, and it looks at the door leading out of the room and says, well, I suppose I'm ready to see outside.
Oh shit! We got Hammer with the wild magic table roll.
Okay, all right. Well, let's roll on the wild magic table. Wham.
Did Hammer have to choose who that affects, or
No.
no? Okay, I was just making sure. It was just something
I
that
get
happens
to,
in general, right?
Yeah. I get to do this one.
Also, Kay, do you like how I made the mod messages show up now?
Also,
That's a
wild
new
magic
thing on
table's
Twitch.
a D100. Fuck it, let's just spawn it in.
What do you mean the mod messages? I don't see anything different.
It highlights the. Oh, maybe you need to refresh the page, but it highlights the box a little differently for moderator messages.
Let me.
Kind of just highlighting that you're a mod talking in chat.
Doesn't change it for me.
All right,
at
this is
least.
10's place,
Oh,
so
weird.
80.
It does for me.
80. All right, 80 on the wild magic table. Let's see. $80 on the wild magic table, yeah. This says that an 80. I have 1 through 50 here. Hold on. An 80.
Brilliant. He's a professional streamer, everybody.
Professional. I'ma be professional. About to be professional. Well, that's convenient. This says that static electricity fills you for the next minute. Within 10 feet of you, hairs stand on their ends and feather-light objects slowly cling to you. Within the laboratory room with this Warforged, I'm going to say this applies to everybody, just for the next minute, due to the amount of energy that just dissipated in here when all the machinery shut off. Yeah, little things start to cling to you. It's like you've all been statically charged, and the drift
Well-
globe seems to have a bit of a harder time navigating just because it's statically pulled towards everything.
So now, Ahsoka and Barrett just have rats clinging to them, is what you're saying?
Well, it happened inside this room over here, so you guys are outside.
Aw, that would've been funny.
So I imagine we pull the Warforged outside.
First off, what does the Warforged weigh? If it's just waist up.
I'm gonna say probably about
Half a war.
missing some more pieces in the chest as well. I would say about 60 pounds.
Okay, cool. My Iron Defender has a carrying capacity of 100. I'm just gonna have him use his forearms to princess carry this guy outside.
Perfect.
I
Yeah.
love that.
Excellent.
Yes.
Actually, no. He's gonna back up, squat down, and he's gonna use his back arms to like invert, goes and then just like grasps around and interlocks its fingers, like actually interlocks them, not just
Like
the
kind of
way
like
we
a
do it.
weird piggyback ride.
Yeah, and he's just gonna lift him up like a backpack.
Excellent.
And he's gonna be facing backwards like a little baby hammock.
Excellent.
Oh. That's pretty
He's
funny.
gonna be about as tall as everybody else as a human would be because he's on the I don't
I
know.
think there's a way to do this. Hold on. Let me just.
So Hammer, it looks like everyone is affected with what, electricity then? All over hair
Yay.
standing up on its ends right now. because of wild magic. I gotta remember to
Oh,
turn that off later.
No, that's not what I meant to do.
How
Now
have
I'm
you done
stacking
this?
them.
He's floating now.
How have I done this?
They're just flying.
There you go. This is not what I meant to do. It did not work. The other thing I can do is this on it,
He said, "Hey."
and then Shift L. No, nope. All right, it doesn't work the way I want it to. Never mind.
I feel like for D&D, I need a third monitor.
Yeah, right. Okay, so we have moved outside.
Yes.
So everyone's going in. Whee!
Ahsoka, Corin
Yes.
Underbow, I think is. the name
Oh,
of
I'm
him.
gonna total. Where is that music
Corin
at?
Underbow.
Let's see.
It's on Saucy's desk.
Oh, that's right. Yes, Saucy was in charge of the music before. I have some music I can play on stream, but otherwise it's just a little
That's
bit
right.
loud.
It's been very intense
Yeah,
for the moment.
we
that we're
left
in.
off in combat, so that's probably why. Or just outside of combat, I mean. Corin Underbow stated to you, Ahsoka, quickly drilled you just to get information out of you, saying, which direction did they go off scouting in, and made it very clear that, he was going to go and try and find them to recover, assets of the greater mission, and would track you all down as soon as, would be necessary. Yeah. From there, out come the rest of these guys. Have you met them yet? I think they were outside.
No,
right?
I don't think
No,
I
no,
officially
they-
met
you
them yet. It
haven't.
was
So this is the
literally
first time we've
just.
gone outside.
Yeah.
It was
So
literally just the night that I met.
you all see Ahsoka here. A random
Hold
monk.
on, I'm hitting the music bot is gonna go off just so no one gets spooked. It's just some D&D lo-fi.
They walk outside and you see like bits of grass and dust floating in the air slowly start to just cling to their clothing.
And it didn't affect me, it just affected the rest of them. Or
It didn't
just
affect
me as
Dragon
well.
or Corin either.
Oh, I guess, yeah, because I wasn't there. I'm just kind of giggling at them, and I'm just like, I'm guessing you're the
Exactly.
Knights, friends. He was a knight, right? Correct? I've got that right.
Corin, yeah, he's a
Uh,
knight.
Something
Yeah.
like that.
He's a dragonborn or something, right? I don't
He's
know.
a dragonborn paladin.
That's probably why I thought it was a knight. With
Mhm.
this little statue, then that's what I said. So you must be friends with the knight. He ran off on his own, but he's alive.
Good to hear. Barrett says kind of awkwardly, because, he just doesn't know any of these people. And, the greenish rats that he just obtained are kind of near Ahsoka now. They've taken a keen interest in them for some reason. But, they're just kind of awkwardly close at this point.
Ahsoka-
Near on top of Ahsoka's feet at this point.
Ahsoka, you've seen many corrupted creatures, especially rats, within the area around the encampment. But these, notedly, don't seem to be corrupted. They are just greenish tinged rats.
I appreciate animals that aren't corrupted because I haven't seen
They're
any.
just
Then
rat.
Mhm.
I'm just like, wow, these are rats. I don't think I have any treats for them in my inventory, unfortunately.
And if you took a look at him, you can just... He might be slightly covered in rats himself. And he seems perfectly comfortable with this. Like, there's nothing wrong here.
Notably,
Wait, are all their hair standing at the ends too? Were they affected?
well, no, because
You said
they were
dragon
outside
wasn't in
as well.
that.
Yeah,
Damn
we
it.
were
It would have been
outside.
funny.
If only.
Notably, Corin Underbow is not outside, even though Ahsoka mentioned them.
Where is the fellow, anyhow?
Well, I said he ran off, but
Well, Yeah, I was asking a bit more specifically. Did he need to relieve himself, or is he searching a lead?
He wanted to search for the rest of my team here, but I didn't recommend that. He just kind of went off on his own.
He
I
did
see.
seem like the heroic sort.
Where is the rest of your team? You were the part of the 4-man crew before us, correct?
That is correct. There.
Well, tally-ho, they should have already covered quite a bit of ground. Surprised they didn't take care
You
of
would think, but they haven't returned.
for us. That's troubling.
Now this is where I wish I could see that map that you had, Omen, so I could see where this is at in
Here. I have a
retrospect
saved
to area
object
I have
that-
technically been in.
I have a saved
Send it
object
in
that
the
might
world
work.
plague chat. World plague. But I believe this area was new to Ahsoka in general as well, in that we explored a slightly different area before, like nearby this. Right? Omen?
Are we
Here.
able
Or is
to
this
lower
that
the volume on that just a little bit?
Like
you
how
gotta
you
do it
lower,
on your own?
just lower the
Uh,
volume like you would lower someone else's volume. Alright,
Exactly.
good.
That's why I gave everyone the heads up there. I was like, hey, the bot's gonna come on, so, adjust your volume on that bot accordingly. The nice thing is that if you absolutely hate it, you can just mute it too. So Discord kind of makes that a little more customizable for music.
Where is it at?
It's in our
Discord.
chat. It's in our chat. It's
It's
Hydra.
Hydra.
Oh, it's in
Hydra.
Discord. Okay.
Hail Hydra.
It's in the
Here you are.
chat.
This is the map.
Yes.
This
Oh my
is
goodness.
the
Plus also I
rudimentary map.
wanna show stream map because it's so good.
This is the rudimentary map provided to each member of the expeditions. It was drawn and scouted out by previous expedition members of the first expedition.
So if anything, Ahsoka pulls this out. This is all I have.
If you hold down Alt, it pops up a big picture of it. It zooms in.
Whoa! That's so cool. I'm learning things.
You can do this with
Sorry.
anything too. So if you hold Alt over one of the other characters,
So where are we at then? What town are we in
currently
exactly?
you see the center is like the big tree inside of a walled city.
Mm-hmm.
Down to the southwest of that, there's a small encampment in the middle of the grasslands. That is where the research
That one?
facility is.
The little purple
The research
or the
facility,
tiny,
I'm going to
tiny
say,
thing?
is a good 3 to 5 miles outside the capital in the southwestern direction.
That super tiny thing right there.
Yeah, it's in the middle of the plains.
Tiny.
Hmm
I just see a bunch of hands in the way.
Well, again,
can
if you hold
also
down
hit
Alt.
Alt, and you can actually scroll in to zoom in on it.
Hmm
Yeah, I heard him say that the first time.
Oh, I didn't hear him say it.
Neither did I. Thank you for telling me.
You're welcome.
So what was the area that I think we had came from before? Question mark over here.
By came from before, do you mean your scouting party? Or do you mean
Yes.
the other world? Your scouting
No.
party, it's not currently listed on the map because it is so small. It technically counts as part of the encampment here. About a quarter mile to probably the northwest, there is a hovel that was used for makeshift housing during the 1-year expedition before you guys
Right,
arrived.
that's what I'm talking about. That's where I want to know where that is in relative to like this place. Are they different places? Are they right next to each other?
They're technically right next to each other. They're listed as the same location on this map.
Okay, well then I'm gonna say that I personally never came to the laboratories in the past expedition. This was my first time over here as well.
Hmm
That's all I needed to literally clarify, just to know
Yeah.
where those places were to remember if I even went there. I'm like, no, I didn't actually. I didn't
And-
explore any places because we didn't get that far in the campaign.
One thing important to note is that this is not like the entire world. Obviously, it's kind of cut off. This is just the area that they explored during that 1 year expedition.
Right.
So
Ira,
it's the known world.
Titanite will notice the crudely drawn mountains in the southeastern portion. And though they're nowhere near as beautiful and colorful as they are in person, you believe that, based upon location, to be the Crystal Mountains, where you are from.
Well, the eastern direction is definitely the Crystal Mountains. That's to the north is the capital, I believe. They haven't really gotten into much detail, and the fact that they've done this rather than find a map is disturbing. Maybe we'll be able to find something ourselves later on. More or less, it seems accurate, though.
The golem seems to be looking around at all the carnage that has happened in the encampment. Also, this is your first time outside to Tepic and Titanite. There are dead bodies strewn everywhere, zombies that have been slain. You just slayed one yourself. But there's havoc in this encampment that seems to have been left here from the quick evacuation a month prior.
He just kind of looks around and is just a little disheartened at the amount of carnage that has ensued. Like he had told himself before coming through the portal that he wasn't going to expect much, that he wasn't going to let himself be hopeful that this would be anything like the world he remembered. But this is still weighing heavy on him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
especially
a deep sigh.
Having spent, years at the research facility before the
Kind of
first
wonders, looks down at
exodus.
the gunk on his hammer, and wonders if he knew the person that was corrupted. He definitely didn't recognize him. The corruption was too far, but
Yeah.
Were these any of his former friends or co-workers?
Yeah, that's something that you just wouldn't have recognized. They don't seem to be wearing any identification or any clothing that might be a good descriptor for you to figure that out. But the Warforged, Arcanoforged, sorry, says, well, if this is what it looks like here, what are we off to see next? What kind of horrors are we to witness from here? Doesn't seem like there's any right answers.
I guess Titan would ask Ahsoka, but, you've been here for how long prior to our arrival?
A week. You both kind of.
Yeah, I was
know
gonna
that.
say, honestly, yeah. Omen would know that better. I mean, nobody's come back. That's all. I was waiting around, honestly. And then I saw some activity going on at the portal there, so I started approaching here when I saw trouble nearby.
Were you able to find anything on your expedition outwards? How far did you go?
Me personally, I didn't go very far. We're not pulling old notes from the old campaign, correct?
Correct. You did.
Okay, and I can't really say anything, yeah.
We did talk about a little bit that you went and explored, the hovels. You were the one of your expedition party to go do that. You found, some small bull man creatures, but you were able to sneak around them. They weren't too much trouble. You saw that the grain stores were mostly broken into. Whether it was by those creatures, you're not really sure, but most of the food stores were missing. You did find a journal that seemed to have some sort of magical cipher on it. And other than that, you didn't find too much else. You didn't want to go.
I just really
yeah.
couldn't. I just didn't know what I couldn't say from the last campaign. I couldn't remember. It's been literally 3 or 4 weeks since we talked about it.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I guess Ahsoka can say that they, found a journal of somebody who was in the original First Crusade, but it is magically sealed so that it only releases small amounts of information at a time.
Now inspect that journal.
Ahsoka hands it over silently, honestly.
Should I make some kind of roll with it? And if so, what roll?
I will say there's no roll necessary for it, unless you want to, do like an Arcana check to see what's up with it. But
All right, so that's over 20. It is
Okay.
a 22.
this is, it's like a magical equivalent of disappearing ink, except it reappears at exact increments of time. So it's like this journal is time coded so that upon opening it, you have to have it rest, quote unquote, for a certain amount of time before more information is revealed. This was done, it explains on the first page, so that anybody who found this journal and wanted to go looking for the people it describes, they would be able to elude that. Like, no stream sniping, you know what I mean? There's a stream delay, quote unquote, if that explains it.
This is definitely chrono distribution function on the encodements. I suppose only time will tell.
All it has revealed
Is
so
it-
far is that it is a journal of somebody who was a part of the First Crusade over the 100 or so people, and they were sent out as a scout along with a partner of theirs, and this is their journal that they are leaving, and hopes that if anybody does come back through the portal, it will help them.
Is
they
there a
also-
name?
It does not have a name on the first page. It does also explain the reasoning for, the chrono distribution implement on the encodations. But as of yet, there's no real information from the journal.
Does it require attunement?
It does not. I don't want to provide you with an item
wondering-
that's going to take up an attunement slot, you know what I mean?
I get 2 extra, but thank you.
But thank you, he said. Also, we're still technically at our, any health that we lost or anything like that. We're still there. Our spell slots you lost as well.
This is true. We have not had a rest yet.
Because we have
quote
not
unquote.
had any kind of rest, yeah. And just clarify.
It is also still the morning, like 10 minutes into our journey. It's
Did
probably
anybody
more like
take any
30.
damage? Because I didn't take any damage last game.
I believe Corin did, but also Corin healed
I didn't
themselves
take
with
any
lay on hand.
damage. I personally just used key points, so I think I used all of my key points.
Tepic, did you take any damage?
I do not believe so. I didn't.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Take it
You
Yeah,
would
either.
have
I
written it
didn't-
down on your sheet, probably.
Yeah, I didn't write it
if
down
you
on my sheet, so I don't
I
see.
kept imposing disadvantage, so
Yeah, that's true. I remember now.
I'm pretty sure I
did
just got
Barrett
everything.
did Barrett get damaged because he kept trying to tame the rats?
I don't think so. I think,
Mainly not.
well,
He, he like they never got enough to get past his armor. For
That's
one,
right,
they did try
yeah.
and attack.
Corin was the
Honestly,
only
I'm
one that
gonna-
got damaged.
I
And
think
Corin
I'm gonna
used-
go with personal cannon. Like they didn't attack him as hard as the rest of them because he was trying to save them. That's my personal cannon.
Corin
Well,
believes,
you're
or
allowed
sorry,
to believe
Barrett
whatever it
believes
is
this
that
to
you
be
believe.
true.
Yes, it's his belief.
Disturbing
It
as
doesn't
it
matter
may
if it's
be.
true or not. It's just what he believes.
Personal belief.
Yes.
All right. Well, you guys are standing around. I think the Warforged is like, do we have a plan? Do we know where we're going? What is your intent?
So right now we're just looking for clues, and if anyone needs a little sit down while I investigate the rest of this encampment, feel free. And Hyperion's gonna have to go ahead and carry you around, see if any of this input will jog your memory.
I suppose I can be bothered to try to remember.
And at that
Um,
point, he's just gonna kind of go around to like here and any other place that's got opening, and see if he can repair the defenses.
Okay.
So this is
while
where we want to
investigating.
hunker down, essentially, so we can.
Well, this also
to-
needs to be protected. It's our only portal.
Yeah,
That's
that is
true.
true.
So okay.
So I guess what I do an investigate and a what for fortification.
I will say investigate and since you're doing it aided by magic, maybe Arcana,
Okay.
because
Well, let me take a look at my
mending
sheet,
and
see
shit
if
like
there's
that.
anything that.
Yeah, let me know what you think.
Let me just take a look. I might have a suggestion.
I would be open to an intelligence check, I think. Just to know what on the armaments is vital more than others to be repaired.
You can just kind of put it in the investigate if you want. Be like, I'm doing my
Yeah,
investigate,
fair enough.
and I'm fixing what I find.
Yeah, I agree.
So we'll just do one investigate roll.
Yeah, just do that.
Thanks.
Rip. Okay. You... There's not anything, like, extremely destroyed in the walls. It's mostly just the gates that are obviously, like, snapped open. Even if they were to shut, it's as if, like, whatever would hold it shut is broken to the point where the gates are just loosely hanging. That's the only real, like, damage that you see that you would be able to pertinently repair. But, you don't necessarily see a whole lot of structural damage, honestly. Most of what is broken on the outside is more where people would have been hiding, rather than, like, just to make an entry. It definitely
Alright,
looks
so
like
do you
there
want
were
me to just
struggles
make, like,
individually.
A spell casting roll or an artificer roll, I guess, which would just be my intelligence plus my proficiency for
You could just-
fortification or
Yeah, just do that. Why not?
so,
Intelligence plus
Repair roll.
proficiency or
damn.
whiff. All right. You think that it would be an abnormally long task to do. You don't think that you'd be able to repair such a hefty gate in the amount of time that you want to spend doing it. you're satisfied enough knowing that the walls are all pretty intact and that maybe you could just prop the gates shut whenever you leave.
Like prop the gate shut and like tie them together. Or
Exactly,
something, but it's not really
literally.
repaired. That way, they'd have to break the doors or break the tie to get out.
Yeah, that way, at the very least, something mindless wouldn't be able to enter, but if somebody wanted to get in here, like, you're not keeping any scouts returning, or, the next expedition group isn't going to be locked in the walls or anything like that. They're just going to keep the zombies out.
Okay. And then the last thing he's going to do is he's going to transcribe the notes that he took and place it in front of the gate just in case anybody else comes through.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah. In that time, we can do a short rest in case anybody needed to do spell slots or anything like that.
I think it's just key points.
How long is a short rest? What do you say in
15 to
hours?
30 minutes.
Anywhere between 10 minutes to an hour.
Got it.
Some short rests are shorter than others. Let me see here. Trying to remember. Sarashi.
Yes.
You are a princess.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You are aware and understand that the world outside is hell now, more or less. It's a very dangerous place, but for the past, all the years of your life, more or less, because even before the world plague happened, you were probably a sheltered, princessy individual. Not that they restricted your freedoms too much necessarily. It's just one of those things where they're a more...
we were more of a reclusive. Right?
Yeah, reclusive and territorial, border-heavy type civilization. And especially when the world plague hit and people started to fight for resources, that became when your life was very restricted by your father and the royal guard, all of the above. It was generally expected that you were to live out most of the rest of your life within the palace and the city's walls at the very least. It's probably something you came to terms with, but you were still trained in the arts of self-defense and combat. At first, your father didn't want that, but I think it was probably your own insistence that led him to allow one of his top guards to train you in ways of combat. This person was probably a close caretaker to you as well. Like, if you ever were to go out into the city, it was probably with this particular individual, this guardsman.
I like to think too that my father insisted on me becoming an Echo Knight specifically so that if anything bad were to happen, I could always swap with the Echo to take the hit for me and be able to get more of a clean getaway and keep myself.
I'm not sure if you recall, but the Echo Knight thing isn't a racial thing. It's not a cultural thing. It's kind of more something new, something that happened to you. So you would have been trained as a regular warrior. You wouldn't have had that type of ability until much more recently. But
Yeah, oh no. Yeah, okay, I'm
it's
having the
your
same
internet.
issue.
Oh,
Shit.
it must be your internet then.
It is our
Yeah.
internet. RIP, dude. Well, anyways,
I think the stream came back at least.
in the years of the World Plague, other civilizations had reached out to your father, both militantly and in more of a, solidarity, like join forces type way. But he was always of the mind that even before the world went to shit, you were on your own.
Okay, I'm back live again. Sorry.
Your people had always been left to fend for themselves, and your lands were cultural lands, so they didn't need anyone else to fend, to defend their birthright, so he had rejected all negotiations, we'll say, in terms of like allies, and there were a few skirmishes between other civilizations that wanted to take resources before they realized what a formidable force your father's army could be, especially at defending their own territory. It's not like your father sent out raiding parties all that often. Naga don't have to eat as much as other races in general, so food was never particularly scarce for you, especially not being a princess. Not that you would know, that you were always well fed. But one day, fog came and settled very thickly over your city. And at first, it didn't seem like anything was going on, maybe a day or two even passed before there was any movement from the fog. But out of the fog came corrupted beings, humanoid and non-humanoid animals that had morphed and changed their appearance to be much more sinister, extra claws and appendages, and eyes and teeth growing where eyes and teeth should never grow. Just twisted looking monsters and creatures, and even humanoid beings. They seemed to be led by an intentional leading force. So there were armored creatures that you saw enter the city from, I imagine, up high in a fort or a palace or whatever you want to envision it to be at the moment. But
Like
you
Clubhouse.
looked down and you saw there were armored creatures that were entering and leading these corrupted beings. And havoc ensued. Your father had instructed your personal guard to take you to the most secure location, which was, kind of like a panic room adjacent to the throne room of the palace. Luckily, your father had the foresight to install sort of a bug-out tunnel in said room. And long story short, only you were able to make it out of this bug-out tunnel. Your father said that he wouldn't leave his kingdom behind. Your personal guard sacrificed himself, so to speak, to let you escape.
Oh, not the trauma already. We just started.
You don't know that everyone is dead. You don't know that anyone is dead, technically. You just know that you were told to go and to run. And your father said that, sorry, not your father, the personal guardsman said that there was a civilization of people who were trying to fight against the world plague that he had found last year. And he told you to just run north. And he probably gave you more specific instructions, but you went through this bug-out tunnel. And it's specific so that it's really only super effective if you have, very snake-like anatomy. It's kind of like a snake hole. You were able to slither your way out of the snake hole, and you came up in the fog. And you ran, and I suppose it's more of a slither. Yeah. But days passed and you came to and the fog had waned, but you still felt as if it remained inside of you. And that is when you had begun to discover your newfound abilities. You made your way to the encampment that you were told to look for help at.
Now, do I know that some time had passed between the other expedition and everything, and that this place was empty? Or as far as me and my kingdoms, we were so secluded, as far as I know, there should still be like a whole community here.
There
trying
should
to help.
still be an entire, couple hundred people here by now.
Heard. Great. That shapes what I want to do. Very
You see a very empty looking, like normally you would think there would be caravans or, the sounds of civilization, but it is empty, and you see blood on the walls and bodies scattered. But this is very clearly the civilization that you were told to go seek out. And
Don't forget about the rats.
And there's
you were able to navigate around any corrupted fauna that you had found on your way here, but it did take you a few days. And now you see before you the laboratory that had been fortified. The gate is tied closed, and there's carnage everywhere. That is what you currently see before you.
Oof. Do I see this jolly gang of adventurers just kind of hanging around?
The gate is tied shut. You have yet to enter.
Is that the only entranceway for me?
I mean, there are two gates, but you could always, get creative and climb the wall. I don't know, whatever you want to do.
What I would probably do, so let's bring these guys over here. How comfortable would you say I'm starting to get with my abilities? Would you say I picked it up pretty well?
You've certainly used it to avoid corrupted creatures, and at first you were worried that it was, some sort of effect of the corruption on yourself, but after a few days of having gotten comfortable with it, I'm not going to say that you're like super chill with it and extremely good at using it or anything like that, but you are comfortable enough to the point where you rely on it now a little bit in situations where you feel like it will be useful to you. Yes.
Gotcha. Am I able to see a group of them from outside? Is there any cracks or anything that I can kind of spy before I try and go in?
I would say that you could probably see through some cracks here,
So,
put yourself in your
immediately-
character's eyes. You know what I mean? Like with Tabletop Sim. You can definitely see people through there.
So, from my character's point of view, Sarashi's, she came out of her home being attacked. She was told to come find refuge here from a bustling, advanced society trying to help rebuild and retake everything.
Right.
And I see this fucking bloodbath, and I see all these hooligans over here just kind of hanging out, talking. She's gonna assume that they're the ones that kind of ransacked the place. So,
Okay.
Oh no.
what I want to do is I want to use my echo, and I want to jump on her,
Oh.
and then have her bring me up into the air to land kind of in the middle here. I know that's a good little distance away, so whatever easiest way I need to, if I jumped from here to here, with the amount of power and strength I have.
I'm gonna give you this. It's made of fog, so it can fly. You can spawn it 15 feet away from you.
My caps.
Oh,
and
you know what?
move it 30 feet, and then it costs half of your movement, right?
Yeah.
to
so
switch places with it?
If I were to spawn it like up here in the air, but then immediately switch places with it, that's something that I could do.
Yeah. It costs a
So-
bonus action to spawn it and half your movement to switch places with it.
So I'll go ahead, I'll spawn it up here, and then what I'll do is I'll switch places, and then as I plop down in the middle of all of them, kind of catching them by surprise, I just swing my scythe in a wide arc around.
You trying to make an attack roll?
I am trying to discern what is happening while also being intimidating, and if they are the ones
Okay,
that ransack the
so
place,
you can roll me
I
an
wanna-
intimidation check then.
or do I want it to be an attack?
Do
I'm
you
trying
want
to
it
think
to
of
be an
how
attack
my
roll?
character.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, real
think of how
quick,
my
Ira,
character would do.
looking universal notes, somebody in chat gave a good NPC name for you if you still needed one or needed to steal an idea.
Because I think she would be.
Oh my.
She's probably scared out of her fucking mind right now for a lot of stuff. But she's also wanting to have courage and wanting to kind of assert herself. So you know what? We're gonna roll an attack roll and just this wide arc.
Okay.
That is going to be a dirty 20.
Okay. I'm going to give you a disadvantage because you are swinging at multiple people unless you want to single out one person to hit.
That is a 9.
All right. I don't think that hits anybody's AC here, which is
I hit the rats.
it's good for the story.
No, it works out a lot
Okay.
better in the story.
Also, for this story, I know it's not a bonus action, but can I bonus action cast Grease?
I like
I mean,
to think I
I'm
got
gonna
you
say you're
by
pretty
surprise.
caught off guard, unless you have some other reason, like
This giant fucking snake comes out of the fucking air and
Give me
swings
a-
the giant ass.
give me a
snake.
percentile roll real quick, just a flat percentile, Titanite,
Hold on.
for something.
Let me get to my dice. I wasn't anywhere near them. Alright, so first one is. Okay, 71.
Everyone, all right, give me a perception check.
That one.
Yeah, this fucking bird is useless. You have Hyperius circling around, and I don't know, I guess it's like fucking trying to eat a mechanical rat or something, because it did not see shit. No.
Dice. The dice knows.
The dice know what I was fucking doing, and I didn't even tell you what I was doing.
Archimedes. not
Archimedes, you're right. Hyperius is the big boy.
Archimedes.
Eating a fucking mechanical rat.
Yeah, Archimedes
Oh my god,
is...
Terra being like, Hyperius is the boss in Borderlands.
Oh Jesus.
Jeez.
Yeah, this is the boss of Borderlands 2 is my
Mechanical owl.
buddy. Yeah, no, is my mechanical four-armed
You're right.
autognome.
This guy. Anywho, you are taking it off guard. You made your attack roll and you did a little helicopter. I'm going to say everybody feels a bit of wind from the scythe, but yeah, nobody is harmed as this
And
snake.
that dirty 20 at least account for slightly being intimidating.
No, I gave you disadvantage. But what I will say is that Ahsoka, Barrett, Tepic, all of you have never seen a Naga before in your life because they're native to Zelbath. So you don't know what the fuck this thing is.
Because I maybe make. Do we need a roll initiative actually for this interaction?
If you want to, yeah, feel free.
I mean, just so
If you
there's a
think your
roll
initial reaction would
order.
be to punch this thing, then go for it.
No, actually, I was gonna say because I was already planning on doing this as I was in the compound,
Well,
whatever you
good
call this
luck, 'cause I
area.
rolled a nat
Oh.
20 on my initiative, so
Oh shit! Well, if we,
listen, I am here for the content.
Well,
Mine is
Well,
a 12.
Let me roll, I guess, because I wasn't rolling. I was just gonna say that Ahsoka was definitely making green tea shots and was gonna offer everyone after the battle, because he is
The
a
ultimate tea
drunken monk after all. So I figured green tea shots would be fitting after battle.
Oh my gosh.
I
And
mean,
my
their
character was.
initial reaction is just jump back
Oh,
and
that's
aim
not my roll. I
crossbow
was moving
menacingly.
my thing somewhere closer. Let me actually roll it. I guess that's worse.
Oh no. Oh
Tepic?
no.
But either way, I would say I was going to offer. Oh my goodness, what is your character's name?
Tarashi.
Tarashi, a green tea shot as well as the rest of the party. You already fought a battle.
We
Oh,
already.
and the rats? They're kind of just scrambling around, like, what the hell is this? What's happening? There's a snake. Oh dear, it's gonna eat
Oh
us.
no, rats!
True.
Wah.
Rat
Poor-
instincts be like,
Poor rats.
They just blep.
Wah.
Blep.
Because a couple were near
Play
me, I
dead.
imagine a couple are hiding in
hide.
Ahsoka's hat, shivering.
Tepic
Ahsoka is
initiative.
okay with this.
My initiative was 12.
Tepic initiative.
Yeah, I have to call him by his actual name, babe.
Hey,
No, no,
Saucy,
he's doing
what's
it.
your initiative?
He's
I'm
doing it.
doing it.
Oh, okay.
That's terrible.
It is terrible, yeah.
It can't be worse than a 1.
5. Well, it's a 3 plus 2.
I guess it goes Naga, then me, then Rats, then Saucy, then Monk.
Yeah. And then, okay, so Sarashi, what you want to do now? You whiffed your first attack on everyone.
Can I, as a bonus action, use perception and see if I can see what the heck is going on now that I have a better view in here?
I would give you a free action perception check, yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's gonna be like either that or investigation. I don't know which one would fit better here.
Probably Insight if you're trying to.
Yeah, I'm
See what
definitely
we're
going to say
doing.
insight
Insight? Heard.
to see, like, what their intentions are about this place. What
Oh,
their
that's what it
vibe is.
Okay, well,
It's fine.
I got a
You rolled it.
17.
Yeah, you notice that they are definitely they're definitely post-combat themselves, but I'm going to say that you know that there's no way that they were responsible for all of this. They don't look that bloody, for one.
Okay, so I like to think that I go ahead and like I raise my scythe above my head, like just kind of eyes darting around, trying to assess the situation. And I like start looking around and I go, all right now, y'all, what are you? Holy fucking shit! Do you have some green tea shots? Oh hell yeah! And I drop my scythe
Fucking
on the ground.
princess.
Hell yeah!
Listen, pour me up like 5 of those things, cause I can fucking go.
Ahsoka just starts making more drinks because Ahsoka likes to drink too.
Ahsoka's found a new drinking partner.
Yes!
So after we get like 5 or so shots in, all right, y'all. So now, looking at this with a little bit more of a keen eye, I realize I may have jumped the gun there a little bit. So
I still cast Grease.
what, you know my whole shtick is Slytherin, right? Like I'm always slippery. All this does is make me a little noodle. Just makes
Snake
it.
oil. Nobody wants an unoiled snake.
I mean, oh, ain't that the truth?
Always
sugar?
use lube.
I,
Is this silicone
Yeah.
based?
I,
That's still a dexterity saving throw.
Just as you're that's in character, you're talking, you're like, I'm gonna need you to make an ace.
Well, that's a 15 sugar. So
All right, you make it. It's EC 15.
All right, now if one of y'all would maybe more calmly and kindly than I jumped and bursted in, want to explain what's going on here, while we have some more shots.
You know what's funny? There's this old myth that snakes enjoy alcohol, and if you are constricted by a boa constrictor and you spit alcohol into its mouth or somehow get it in its mouth, it will stop constricting you. The scientific reason for this is apparently because alcohol simply weans them off of the idea that you are food. It tastes immediately like not food, so they stop their predatory instincts. But I like the idea of fucking snakes just being alcoholics and wanting to get real chill whenever they get drunk.
Oh my gosh, that's great. But one of y'all want to tell me what in the hell happened here? And we can paraphrase and say that they just told me what all happened.
I'm gonna say, yeah,
Like,
they
character.
spent some time recanting the story. I'm hoping that I could take a small meditation maybe in that. Kenyon?
Yeah, definitely.
Night
Depending
pulls
on
out-
how long it takes to recount the story, because I would assume that the princess has many, many questions about what the fuck happened here.
Yeah, this will be involved in part of that short rest, and we'll say that this one was at least an hour long in total. So
Okay, cool. So,
Night Night whips out that
Ahsoka
little
definitely
tablet
meditated.
that he was recording himself on and just plays it.
yeah,
Now, this little doohickey right here, this is great. This saved us a bunch of time, and I'm really glad that you were able to do that off screen.
yes.
can
Now
I
please
kinda-
repeat in character everything that he just said.
And I also want to say that during this time, I probably told them what had happened with like my city and stuff.
Yeah,
Probably not
definitely.
going too far into like the politics of like the Naga and everything, or the world just yet, but giving them a good synopsis of everything.
At this point in time, for one, given that Nagas have roughly human equivalent lifespans, I don't know that they do off the top of my head, but just pretend for a moment that they do. Where in the life cycle would you place your character currently? Like an 18-year-old,
Nagas,
like a 20-year-old,
They
like
can live well over a
30.
century. I'd like to say she's probably about in her like early 30s, which for like human years would probably be about their early 20s, mid 20s.
Okay. Sounds about right to me. Yeah, because I didn't want you to be like a 16-year-old girl or anything, because I feel like they wouldn't have let you just go on your own at that point. They'd have just died fighting, and you'd probably have been eaten too. But-
Naga reach adulthood in their late teens, and then after that they show no signs of aging, and then they can live well over a century.
Okay. But yeah, you're well enough to be your own woman by now, and you've been given combat training, so you can kind of hold your own. Not to mention your newfound powers. What is your character's intentions? Having, for one, what was Sarashi's intentions once she found this place, as if it were fully populated, and then upon seeing the way it is now, what do you think are her feelings towards what she wants
I
to do
think
from here?
Her immediate, this is probably setting up a very tragic character growth later on, but she was gonna probably come here and try to rally the troops, as they would say,
Mhm.
to go save her home. Go bring all the soldiers she can and go fight back whatever's happening over there. Now that it's just this, I think she still is probably pretty still gung-ho about wanting to get back to her home and help defend it. Because my pa's a pretty big guy, he can handle himself, but I just want to make sure we can bring him all the help that we can and make sure everyone's alright.
All right, so is that a question that you put forth to the group?
Yes.
And what does group say in response?
Epic
Well,
usually
Barrett's
would
Like
just-
we're all in agreement. Let's
Barrett's just awkwardly to the side, like he's still uncomfortable, kind of holding his rats
Ahsoka was
close.
meditating. I assume the green tea shots were the agreements. All the agreements we needed. He made sure he left plenty before he went to meditate.
Titan, go ahead and pulls out the thing again and starts recording. It's like expedition log date 00102. Naga named Sarashi seems to have infiltrated the newly fortified base. Improvements to fortification required. Seems to be from a tribal nation that has recently succumbed to the corruption. Young, seemingly ditzy, likely wisdom is not her highest stat. Intelligence also may be leaving much to be desired.
For your
Further
information,
research
I have a really nice con and charisma and strength scores. Intelligence and wisdom, we ain't gonna talk about those, sugar. We are as simple peoples.
The Arcano Forge just speaks up. She said she's trying to con us. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, y'all saw what I could do. If I really wanted to have one of y'all's, well, we'd just have to wait to see about that. But your little robot feller over here is pretty narcissistic and pretty judgmental, I see. I just kind of poke him with the back end of my scythe. I just poke, poke, poke.
Can I help
Who?
you?
The Warforged or the Autognome or the Gnome?
The Warforged that was being sassy to me.
Well, for one, that was an out of character joke. But for two,
I didn't know you weren't using a character voice.
I kind of was.
Then it was in character.
Okay, listen here, you can't have it both ways. So,
But not to dictate where the story goes based on my character introduction, but that is Sarashi's current goal, at least.
Also, addendum to my log, Archimedes continues to display subpar observation skills along with all other intended functions. It just sounds kind of defeated.
yes.
Archimedes seems to be doing
As he had
headstands
like
all
sent
day.
Archimedes to like scope the place and didn't see a fucking 7-foot tall Naga leap from the sky.
Archimedes is
Just
just like
set up-
You'll
stuck in a
win.
fucking
Sky.
chimney somewhere as the legs of the fucking bird.
It's in your mouth. Drop it. You don't need to eat.
It's just one of fucking Barrett's rats.
Oh no!
Completely unharmed.
Oh,
Doesn't have teeth.
He's not pleased. In fact, he's just gonna aim his crossbow at the damn thing. He's near on about to attack if you don't get that rat out of its mouth.
At this point, I'm going to have to scrap it and rebuild it. So maybe
Archimedes, this is like immediately flies away.
What?
Is he upside down?
Yeah, a certain
Yeah.
little trash goblin has been fucking with Archimedes. Not gonna name names. They're a bastard.
I'm gonna need a group response about where we're gonna go on this map. I am but a DM. I paint the world. I cannot move your character's legs.
Where is it that your character wanted to go towards, Cade? On the map here, at least.
You like Miss
Um,
Boob. Cannot
yeah,
move her
it
legs.
would be down this way
Down this way? Okay.
to the south, to the swampland,
To see what's left there.
to save my people that are totally a-okay,
Totally okay.
holding their own, and they are.
Might I propose an addendum? We are but a short distance from the capital, and there may be others as well as supplies we could utilize to further help you.
It's true.
Your entire or your tribe thing has failed. I don't know if a band of 6 of us is going to do much good.
I mean, whatever you think is gonna help my paw out the most.
I
Ah,
agree. I think we
There's
could get
not
more
a
help
thought
in the
behind
capital.
those eyes. All right.
Although it would certainly be a shame to leave someone's family behind to completely turn your back on them.
Yeah, I agree. That's why I think we should maybe go get help from the capital and split off back towards that way immediately.
Did someone say split the party?
The Arcano Forge
Not yet.
says, "It's fine. It's not like I need legs. Really, I did mention you could just kill me."
But it seems like it may be a dangerous trip, so either if we don't find people to help us, we can at least resupply there more properly, hopefully. Be ready for a fight.
Also, he said that kind of solemnly, as if, dark past or whatever. To put it
Yes,
shortly.
that does make sense. Just hello, darkness, my old friend.
Mwah.
Hey, K-Wind, what's up, man? Welcome to the D&D session.
Welcome to the owl stream.
Welcome to the Owl House. Let's not get started with
play
that.
Owl House.
Kenyon, do you even have a layout for those areas? If we were to travel to them?
I have a layout for exactly one area, and it is not the capital, nor is it Sarashi's hometown. So, what I
If you wanna
will
message
say...
me in secret, you can give me a boop. To
I
go
can
over
give you
there.
a boop?
Never
No, it's the little hintity hint.
No.
A little
no,
guide.
I'm
if
not
needed.
telling you that we need to go to the one place that I have made. I'm saying that, like, I don't expect us to actually get to Capital and or Sarashi's place today anyway.
So, too much time spent traveling.
Exactly, yes.
Well, must be pretty far.
Well,
I mean, it looks
Sarashi
close
spent
on the
3
map, but
days...
I guess that's like miles.
Sarashi spent 3 days from her village.
Because we're in this
To
tiny
here.
little place right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the capital is the big thing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
big
I say we go to
Kuba.
the capital because it'd take a lot less time to get there, too.
I mean, for example, me, I would love to go to the Crystal Mountains immediately, but I just want to be realistic about this.
That's a very good
Although
point.
I am keen on trying to make sure that we're able to save as much of this world as can be saved. The time is of the essence. Perhaps we'll be able to find some sort of uncorrupted horses. Maybe that would be possible. Maybe some brooms of flying. Those would also be nice.
Accio broom. Well,
Alright,
I've
so
done
it
everything I could do.
Seems decided that we're moving to the capital, yes?
Yes, the capital.
Yeah.
All right. What I will say is, you leave the palisade defense gates, tied up. You make your way in the direction of the capital, which is going to be off in this direction from the fort. It is on this map. I don't have an exact legend per se as to, how many trees are in a given area. But obviously there's not like one tree between yourselves and the capital. It's just less densely wooded than the rest.
The default
it is-
station has been mighty bad.
It is mostly flattened out grasslands. But you see in the grasslands on the way to there. Maybe take your characters out of the area here. I'm about to delete this whole thing.
Okay. Well, Ahsoka's on your table for now, dude. That's where I dragged it to. I was like, wait a minute, my dice.
Hold on. Now I'm
Why
trying
won't it
to
let me grab
remember
my
how to-
dice?
how to unlock everything. There we go.
It won't let me get my dice, though.
Ah, yes, it's locked. Shift L. Yep, you die.
Who locked it?
I accidentally locked everything.
Someone got a nat 20.
Nice.
Well, with that,
Rip.
I don't want to tell y'all how much damage that I was prepared to do had that roll actually succeeded. I didn't plan on actually like
Oh, I
full on
can't
going
move.
for it, but it was
If
for
the
the
group-
content.
If the group wants to assist me at unlocking everything and then deleting it, feel free.
You know, I would love to, but I don't have permissions.
I don't trust
Damn.
you.
I like how Dragon has that crush on her desk.
Here you go, Cade. You've been given a second chance.
Oh, beautiful. I only will abuse this slightly.
What's up, Will? We got Will in the chat.
Hey,
Sorry,
yo.
Boss Muffin. That muffin be bossin', dude.
If you want your owl back, it will be by the Drift Club.
Oh, I'm gonna be honest. That was my bad. I thought I was. We're just gonna.
Immediately loses privileges.
No, no.
Not again.
I swear to God, dude.
Listen.
There's not much more I can do for you, Cade. I can give you chances to be humbled.
No. No. Give it back. Give it back.
Oh no. It's fine. I'm like, I deleted my character sheet, but I'm like, it's okay. I'm literally using the one off screen anyways.
Fair enough. Dragon, I'm trying not
Literally,
to
I
delete your D20.
didn't even save
I
my
rolled
stuff.
a 17 for you to give me my privileges back.
Huh?
Roll with disadvantage.
The privilege check.
God, I rolled a 9 to get my privileges.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The DC is at least a 10.
Damn.
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 Yo.
Ira, I'm making you host. You're the DM now. I'm just kidding.
Oh, you're the DM.
All right,
now.
fuckos, get ready for Spelljammer.
Oh no.
Oh, shit. Okay. So as you are traveling along in the grasslands, I am going to need one of you to make me a percentile check.
Ooh, can I do it?
Sure.
Yes.
Somebody, you do it.
I desire to make the first of my percentile checks ever. Hiya!
Hiya!
Do you want us to go through
It's a
Excel?
0. Wow.
And now roll a d10 with it as well.
It was a
It's the same
D10.
one.
D8, D10. This one?
Technically, they're a little different. Yeah, that's your D10.
Give me. Hiya!
That is a 1.
Wow.
You got a nat 1 on your first percentile dice.
Wait, is that really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
I got a 0 on the 1.
Yeah.
Nat 1. Tell
I
us
mean,
who
it
made
could
the
potentially
giraffes,
be
the cobra-
good,
Oh,
depending on whatever
man.
the situation is.
I don't think this is a good situation.
Kenyon, this is you gotta stick to your guns.
Ah, man.
Oh no, this sounds dangerous. I'm
Ah.
scared.
Look at your
Oh
stuff.
no.
Fuck. All right, hold on. Give me a second. I need a.
No, this is perfect.
This is the
Oh,
content.
This
we
is
need.
how
It sounds interesting, at least.
we're gonna have to tell
Mm.
Randy.
I
I'm
am
sorry we got TPK'd. Your character's
intrigued.
the only survivor.
Jesus Christ. Hold on, I'm flipping through notes now.
I shall take my dice back.
I need to find.
You live here now, dice.
at,
My failure dice.
at some
Or
point,
turn
are
to
you
me.
gonna want to code all of our dice, or do you think that would be more trouble than it's worth?
Honestly, I figured the D20s were just the most important ones, so I was just gonna give it that.
Do you want to just show us how to code it and then we can code it, or is it something only you can do?
Sure, yeah. It's with this device here. I think I can only have the one in here, but actually, you know what? No, you guys should copy and save this. That way you can code your own dice. What you do is you highlight a dice that you want. It can be any die. So for example, we'll say this D6 here. I right click it, and then while it is right clicked, I hit this little plus button that targets the object, and then I add the code to the targeted die. Now whenever I roll it, pretty easy.
So you just right click a dice and then
Paid for convenience sake, I'm going to give you promo.
okay, Kenyon, can you just please repeat that?
Okay,
I'm
So-
dumb.
you
Was copying my thing while you were explaining.
right click the die, and then there's a little circle with a plus sign in it. It's a button on the top left of the device. It says target the currently selected object. You'll click that button and it says target set to object code, and then you add to dice. There's a button that says add to dice. God, I don't even know what this is gonna fucking do to the campaign. All right.
Should I be proud or scared?
I
We'll
don't-
have both.
I don't know.
I think you should be
I'm kind of
scared.
edging towards proud.
All right. Uh,
Fear me, for I've already changed the campaign. Huh.
Silly little rat boy derails campaign. Second fucking session.
Oh my god, imagine.
all right. Let me just look this up real quick.
I mean,
Um,
you know, he's supposed to be a deft explorer, if that helps in your storytelling.
Oh
Give me
boy.
just a minute here.
I'm sorry, I'm still just.
Emphasis
just-
on he's supposed to be.
The Ira and I being the most chaotic people here are loving this.
I love it too. It is a thing that has happened.
Sort of like I told this one guy, I said, you know, he was rolling a percentage dice for something kind of similar in another campaign, and he's like, "What happens if I get a nat 100?" And I was like, "Man, that's not gonna. You know what? Something real fucking cool is gonna happen if you do that." And then the motherfucker does it,
Oh, that's beautiful.
and had to trigger an event that killed thousands of people.
Good.
Wow.
I mean,
So I
you
hope
know,
that this is
no.
a similar event.
Oh my god.
You see in the grasslands, there's an individual who has a camp.
Is it the artificial wizard merchant banker?
Listen, all right, I tagged them with literally everything I might use them as. That
No,
way I can just search one of those
Tara
things.
put an NPC name in for Ira if he didn't want to use Mr. Boobs. Alright, it's in Universal Notes.
Oh, what is the name? I see, let's see.
Look at it.
It's a beautiful name.
Gorborbly McFrumplecrumple. It's a very
You
gnomish name.
It's
like it.
canon.
She says she's full of them and got plenty of more. Is that what you're naming this man?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
Bunny's over here.
As you approach, he is standing about a mile outside the Capitol. From the Capitol, or from here, you can clearly see the giant tree that is in the center of the Capitol. This man seems to be more or less traveling alone. He has a small burro at his disposal. It's carrying a large pack. And he has several, odds and ends upon him. He seems to be sitting around a makeshift little campfire, and
Stop,
he
you're using all your rolls. She
he-
rolled 3 nat 20s in a row.
No, I'm just moving my dice around. I'm sorry.
okay. He sees you because it's a grassland and it's very flat, and waves you all over. Says, "Sit down." He's roasting what seems to be a pig. And in the middle of this grasslands, it's just roasting a pig with his pack burro, and sees you all and calls you over to sit down. I'm gonna get some more stuff out in just a second here.
A Titan would be like, "Greetings, fellow traveler? Question mark. Are you?
Yes.
See,
Are we all heading to the capital? Is that it? What are you doing out and about in the grasslands here?
what did he say?
He said, "Are we heading off to the capital? What are we doing all in the grasslands here? Is that it?"
Yes, we are on the way to the capital. Have you been to the capital recently?
Oh, I've been here and I've been there. Who hasn't been?
Well,
Sit
it's
down,
good to go
sit
on
down. Gather round. I have some roast boar if you would like.
I
Let me
would
bring
like
Ahsoka
to
back in.
insight or inspect the boar.
I lunge at the boar.
If anyone wants to shrink these a little bit.
You probably
And if
just
you have
delete
rocking
them and then
chairs.
copy this. Oh. Or do that.
You can also click and drag and highlight them all at once and scale them all down as a group.
This is as far as down as they go.
Shouldn't we be bigger? I don't know.
Did you resize Ahsoka? Oh, that's because Ahsoka's over here.
Yeah, no, I did. I had to resize them because I had to make a copy, unfortunately.
Ahsoka's still over here. If you wanted to grab her, she's just locked.
I got it. It's right here.
And Typic is just still
Ahsoka's
over
on the
here.
map.
There you go.
Did you just delete Ahsoka?
They're
There
right
might
there.
be more than one Ahsoka. I just said I'm on the map already. Can you not hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. I'm like, I said that like 3 or 4 times already.
Yeah.
That's interesting purple fire you have there.
Boss Muffin says, "Remember, running away is an option, but you may be a coward." And then he said, "Table flip moment." No, I wouldn't say this is a
Oh,
table flip moment, Twite.
don't
All
mind
right, listen
if I
here.
just- Oh, I'm not allowed to flip the table. I mean, I didn't try to do that.
Hehe.
And I cannot stress this enough.
Let's try that.
E.
Oh god, there's a cow.
Oh god, there's a cow.
Also, Kenyon, I
How do
don't
you
think you
set them
have
right back up again? 'Cause
your
it's not
collab
wanting
link
to.
up.
Should just be collab. Yeah.
What I mean is that it's not in your stream title.
Oh, I suppose.
See, because I wouldn't have thought to even try that.
Who took the roast boar?
It's right
I'm
there.
right next to it.
I mean, it did just leap at it,
Oh,
so
it's
yeah,
very,
it makes
very
sense.
small.
I moved it. It's normal boar size. How big is this fucking boar?
It's pretty big.
Magic boar size.
Well, that's enough for me, but what about y'all?
I like how the chairs just rock.
Very aesthetically pleasing. Jesus. Why did we scale down the chairs if the boar's gonna be so big?
I'm gonna be honest, I was trying to make it so that the legs would fit. We're just gonna say it's next to it, man. I don't know. He's got a roast boar going. Don't question it too much.
I'm about to.
We can imagine it. Don't
Yeah,
worry, we
but,
can
you
use
go.
our brains.
He flicks
got
his
you.
fingers, and a number of rocking chairs for each of you appears in a circle around his fire. And he says, I haven't seen your faces around here before. Are you new in the area?
Wait, so he flicked his fingers, and can we tell if he like magically like crafted the chairs? If they came out of thin air?
Arcana check.
Okay, go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
Okay.
Not a lot.
Um.
Oh no
Ooh.
shit. He's not an
they-
artificer. That's all I can say.
Yeah,
it is
Barrett
thick.
doesn't really care
Those
so
are
much. He's
chairs.
just gonna kind of not sit in the chairs or even touch them.
Yeah,
Is
chairs
is
definitely...
That cedar? Is that cedar wood?
I barely know her.
Actually, mahogany. Because of the boar.
And he like ribs it tight and says, you must be from Funny Town. That's where you're from.
How
Well,
funny,
well.
actually.
In any case, I am but a traveling merchant. I am just on my way into the capital to see things. I as I said, I travel, here and there, to and fro, hither and yon. Wherefore art and thou,
Those are a lot of-
But again, I don't believe you've told me what is it that you're doing here.
Currently eating the tastiest boar. Oh wait, sorry. I'm currently having the tastiest boar of my life, and I'm just like it's all in. She is just faithful into this fucking boar. Nothing else in the world matters to her right now.
Oh my dear.
How tall is he? Is he sized down or is he tiny?
He is he's a gnome. He's roughly your size. Hold on. Wait. Might be a little smaller than you.
So I think Titan would actually be very excited to see another gnome.
Yes, I imagine you
But
probably
he is
would
still also is he a deep gnome like me or is he
be. No, he is a rock gnome, it seems.
It's wonderful to see another gnome. I haven't seen another gnome in 10 years, maybe longer.
Really? 10 years? Are you sure those glasses are your prescription, my friend?
How many are left?
Well, the last time I saw some glasses, I can't say there were too many laying around. And he pulls out
no.
a small bag from a larger pouch, and he says, I have about 3 or 4 different pairs here, but again, I don't know if any of them would work for your prescription.
Kind of lifts his goggles and says, no. I mean, gnomes like us. How many are left?
Well, he looks and...
By the way, we didn't catch your name.
Ah, yes. These days, I go by Goborbly McFrumplecrumple.
Now,
From the McComfort
can you spell that? I'm sorry for the eating ASMR, but I have to be in character.
Yes, it's spelled Goborbly McFrumplecrumple.
Is there an Enya?
Who's in ya?
I don't know, but give me some more boar and we'll find out.
Oh my.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Ah,
It becomes an X-rated
I'll
stream,
tell you
I
what.
see.
How about this? Instead of just willy-nilly asking each other questions, I haven't had a game in a long time. And he pulls out a deck of cards and starts shuffling, and he says, every time I win, I get to ask you a question, and every time you win, you get to ask me a question. Does that sound fair?
I suppose so.
Can I
Yes.
still eat the boar?
Oh, of course, yes. The boar's free to friends, yes. So, the way the game is going to work is, it's a game I used to play ever since I was very, very small. We'll each pull out a number of cards, and the goal is to get the highest number based on the cards that you draw out without going above 25, we'll say. Does that sound right? Everybody aware of the rules? It's not very difficult, right?
Alright.
Red Jack?
Huh?
I think
And so he says, well, who would like to go first?
I guess
Uh,
since he's, I don't know. I think Titan is going to be hesitant.
by this point, Barrett is just kind of creeping around the edge, kind of getting closer, kind of staying away, but also, just kind of being he's kind of being a creep at this point, is what I'm saying. While his
Mhm.
rats have gone over to the roasting meat, they're kind of hesitant because Snake Lady's there, but they eventually kind of dig in too.
I like to pick some out like I'm feeding like breadcrumbs to pigeons, but it's just pork meat on the ground for the rats
Right.
and
Mm.
like throwing it down. I'll
They
go
seem
up
to
him.
appreciate it quite a bit.
Like one of the fucking leg, I tore it off with pure force. And I just have this whole hunk of leg that's the size of my head, and I walk to him. As I'm eating it, I go, "Well, I'll try it," and I'll pick like the top card off.
Okay. Now, do you remember the rules of the game? You're trying to get to 25, right?
Yeah.
Well, you want to get as high of a number as you can without going to 25. So,
So 24.
yes, exactly. How many cards do you think, and you're more than welcome to cut the deck here, and until you get to 24.
Oh, so it's not I'll take it off the top and then decide from there, like I choose beforehand how many cards to pick.
Yes, exactly.
Ooh. Now, the face cards. Are we counting those as 10, and what about aces?
That's a very good question. I will give you aces as either 1 or 11, and face cards can count as 10.
You know what?
Aces
My
are your
daddy
choice.
My daddy always told me, go big, go home. Let's say 4 cards.
4 cards. Wonderful. Draw them right away, and lay them out for me.
Oh, there's an actual deck here. Okay. So do I pick up and then flip?
4 of them, yes.
Alright, that's a 6. That's an 8. Oh, that's the whole deck.
That's a whole deck, yeah. Still a whole deck.
That's 7. So what am I at now? 14.
23.
Oh,
Better get an ace.
No way.
What the fuck?
Perfection.
Wow.
Go big or go home.
Wow.
As she
That
just
is
said.
exactly 24, isn't it?
Holy shit.
Well,
Go big or go home and
Oh, it's
dig.
22. It's 22. My math.
Nate, is that you getting cut out by
It's
Discord
22.
making noise?
it's 22.
wait.
Okay.
It's 22. I did math wrong.
Okay, still.
14,
Still.
21. Okay. Damn it. Oh. Oh my god. Alright, now he draws against me.
Oh no! I didn't say I would do that. Mostly the rules are a bit arbitrary. My friend, I will say, as you have stayed below 25, I do offer a reward, but the game has already been played. You see, and the cards begin to glow. This is a deck
Was this like?
of many, many things.
Yeah!
Oh
Yeah!
no! Oh
Yes!
no!
So you have the 6 of diamonds, correct? The
Yeah.
6 of diamonds was first. All right, let me
No.
see. Roll me 2d10, Cade.
Oh god. 2d10. You know what?
Hold on. Before he does that,
No. Everybody's exactly where they're standing.
I own thing here. Directly next to the snake lady. I own it.
oh,
Hi.
no.
Wait. Give me just a moment here. You said 2 of these bad boys, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna place that there. Place that there. And
What
then
was the reward, by the way?
He hasn't said yet. So
that
5
is a
and a 3.
5 and a 3.
All right, understood. 8 altogether. That's all I needed to know. 8
Oh,
of
boy.
spades. The 8 of spades. Interesting.
Oh boy.
And the 7 of clubs. 7 of clubs. That's not bad. Roll a d4 for me.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I go right here, and that is a 4.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh,
The WoW looking up the ace or the him rolling a 4?
The WoW is looking at the 4. Everybody in the group, your constitution score just increased by 4.
Whoa.
Oh,
What?
Wow.
It cannot go above 20. Or actually, hold on. It can go above 20, but not 24.
Constitution.
Wow. So I have a
Yep.
con of 20 now?
Same.
Yeah, I guess you do. This is permanent, yes.
So it went up how much?
Wow.
4?
19.
4
point.
points.
Wow. Okay. Shit.
This was not supposed to go this well, honestly, but
Wow. Wow,
Wow,
dragon.
AC
So
goes up 6 points.
nightmare not to run it down. Dragon got a really bad percentage roll, and something really good just happened to all of us. So.
We haven't had
Alright,
that.
finished yet.
Okay.
Oh,
Dragon.
As you draw the final card, the Ace of Spades, it begins to glow. All of the other cards, they take effect. The first
what I
two,
did the 8 for? Wait a second. What was the D10s for?
the D10s, you want to? The D10s are secret.
Okay,
No.
that's fair.
Quit.
Give us
The
your
8
knowledge
is
of the
also
other
secret.
Okay.
The Ace of
Valid.
Spades, you are immediately sucked into the face of the card.
Oh, goodbye, snake lady.
Now, Mick. Hold on. Goroborbly McFrumplecrumple says to the rest of you,
Wait, one very important question.
Uh-huh.
Do I take the boar meat with me inside the card?
Yes.
Okay, we're good then.
Whatever you were holding. He says, now, the game is afoot. You see, mostly good things have happened. I'm sure you all feel significantly more healthy. That's not just because of the war. But, your friend here has been permanently imprisoned in this card until one of two things happens. you can either use the highest level of magic possibly available in this world to break this spell, or I can say the word, and they are released along with your memories of today and myself and everything that happened here. Or there is a third option. There are several cards within this deck that can reverse the effects of this card. All you have to do is draw until you hit one of them without making things much, much worse. Just remember that at any time, I'm more than willing to say the word and reverse everything, including all of the good things and all of your memories for the day. Unless, of course, I somehow find myself incapacitated.
Yeah, Barrett was already kind of moving in with his crossbow out. Like, he's not liking this guy at all.
It's okay, guys.
I don't
have
think he's going for that
more.
last option, the incapacitated one.
Alright, so, but for real though, out of character, do we just get rid of the snake lady that we've known for 30 minutes and we all get a permanent constitution buff? Seems good to me.
Why?
I
it's always
mean-
me?
I mean...
Paid roll in your character.
Rip. Oh no.
Well, who's next on the cards, And he begins shuffling the deck.
Can I
That's
use-
very
wait.
menacing.
Question for you, Kenyon.
Mm-hmm.
Am I able to see outside the card?
You are unable to see outside of the card, nor are you able to communicate outside of the card.
Oh. Damn. I was gonna do some sneaky shit then. Never mind. Boo.
Yes,
So
you are
Guy
held
might,
imprisoned within
now
an
a lot
extra-dimensional space. Oh,
But I have
What have I done?
more.
Where'd they go?
hold on, give me a moment.
They're just
Significantly more
yeeted off
alarming
screen.
Is going to address McFumplebump. Hold on, you said a few things that were interesting that I need to clarify on. First, you said that he would get some, or she would get some sort of reward.
Oh, yes.
Might
The
be
reward is
that-
that I'm willing to waive all of this away. You won the game. The game is won. You don't have to stick with any of the results. That's the reward. Anyone who loses this
Is
game...
only good now, or is this good continuously?
I will say... This is good for as long as you are capable of requesting it.
And if you won, does that also mean you'll answer a question?
I suppose you have a point. I did say that. All right. I will allow you to ask the question in her stead.
Who are you? And I don't mean your name.
Mm.
You are clearly a very powerful person.
Are you familiar with the deep history of your world? And yes, I know that you're still from here, and there are those amongst you who are not.
Meta, would he? Or
This
a-
is... Your character grew up rather non-religious, correct?
Yes.
I'm going to say give me a history check because you are an intellectual. So perhaps you may have heard some of it, but this is something that isn't really... It's like mythos, honestly, at this point. You may
Okay,
come
it's,
across it in
dirty
some
20.
research. Dirty 20. You
Dirty
know that... It's well known as a theory that the gods of this world, the reason that they're missing is because they slowly just kind of dissolved into properties of the world, including people, you know, like almost through a matter of cellular division in order to create things. So he kind of sees this in your eyes that you're somewhat familiar, but you don't really know like that much about it. You know, you're not a learned scholar on this specific subject. And he says, Well, who I am is slightly less important to my power as to what I am. I am a partition. Partition is what you mortals may refer to as gods. And now I don't ask for your reverence or any of such like that. But what I will say is that names are something not to be trifled with. What is there in a name? Everything. So I cannot give you my name other than Gorborbly McFrumple, as that is what you shall refer to me from henceforth.
Titan will draw 3 cards.
3 cards. Ah. Lovely to see you playing, my friend. I'll even give you another question if you can happen to win the game and ask it afterwards.
Is there a quick way to flip it? Is it F?
It's
Yeah.
F.
It's that.
Okay.
All right.
2 of diamonds, 9 of spades, and 8 of hearts.
Let's see what we got.
19.
9 of spades. By the way, I have a special list here. It's not going to be just something you look up. Most of it is probably there, but I don't think there's a full list in like the Dungeon Master's Guide. I think there's only a limited number of cards. This is one that has one for every single card, so.
I think technically it's like 13.
Exactly. So I have a full 54 card list.
Oh
Yes.
man, Joker's included?
Exactly.
Oh, yikes. I don't know if I like that.
Anyways, so the 9 of clubs. Let's see
It's
here.
spades, is it not?
Oh, you're right. That is spades. 9 of spades. Oh, you feel as if I don't know how this would manifest necessarily. Maybe. All right, I understand now. You don't get
this
any
way?
taller. No. You don't get any taller. But you feel a strange sensation in your legs. It hurts for just a moment. As you feel a stretching type sensation. It feels like you're stretching your hamstrings. And it hurts for just a moment, but then it stops and you're fine. Your base movement speed has permanently increased by 5.
Alrighty.
The 2 of diamonds. Ooh. Roll me a d4. Also, I want you to call out evens or odds here.
2 evens, I guess. Wait, do you want me to call it before I roll?
No, I'll give it to you. Your intelligence score increases by 2.
Hell yeah.
If it were odds and you had called out odds, it would decrease, but I don't want to fuck with you that much. That's pretty detrimental to an artificer.
Yeah.
8 of hearts.
8 of hearts.
Ooh. Immediately draw 3 cards.
Oh dear.
Dragon, what
3
have you
more.
done to us?
Ooh.
I don't know.
Face cards.
Uh,
Face cards are always the
at
most
least.
fun, aren't they? Okay.
Now, question:
Okay.
Would this
10 of
count as a
clubs.
separate set of the numbers? So would that be in turn 23, or does that not really matter at this point?
You can ask him when you're done.
Okay.
This resolves. So,
Okay.
first was Jack of Spades.
Jack
Yeah.
of spades. I'm just gonna leave my character sheet out of its little,
You know that's valid.
page.
All right. I have Jack of
I got
Spades. Next, it was 10 of clubs.
10 of clubs.
Oh boy.
Okay. And 3 of diamonds. Okay. Roll a d4, and I want you to say odds or evens first.
I'm going to say odds this time.
Okay.
Evens.
Evens again, heard.
3.
3. Your wisdom score permanently decreases by 3.
Okay.
Yeesh.
What was it before?
10.
Alright, so it was already a dump stat.
Yeah. I mean, charisma was my dump.
I mean, now it's
You're dumpy
Now
I
dumpy.
take negatives to perception, which is bad.
Yeah, but you got an
Yeah.
owl. Don't worry about it. Owl's
The owl
fucking
was
great at
big.
seeing shit. Also, you may immediately draw one extra card. It is not a forced thing, but you feel a card, like, peeling away. If you were to peel away this card, it would draw. Okay. 7 of Hearts.
Hmm.
Okay.
Rolling dice. Oh, is
You
that all 3
feel-
effects? Because I only saw 2 effects.
Yes,
Still have the
I
3 of diamonds.
just did 3 of diamonds. One of them was a quiet effect. Actually, I think 2 of them were. The 7 of Hearts. You feel as if you have lost the need to sleep. Ever.
Oh,
Permanently?
Permanently.
This is a
Oh.
good thing. An absolute win.
more time for your studies.
Yeah.
The final thing you notice is after all of these cards have resolved, on Hyperius's back, the Warforged begins to rip and tear at his face, and he's clawing and trying to grab at it, and he starts ripping at it and cracks some of the metal around his face, and then immediately throws his arm around and grabs at your steel defender. I want you to make... Well, no, I guess it wouldn't be a roll for you. It would be more of a roll for me. He's attempting to attack.
Okay.
It's going to be a...
AC 13.
Well, he rolled a 12 overall to hit. So he's attempting to grapple. I assume you probably want to counter grapple to subdue him.
I'm sorry. 15. No, I'll just drop him.
Okay.
He can't move.
Just push him over like a turtle.
He begins
Actually,
to
you know
crawl.
what? No, I will tell him to counter grapple so that he can't hurt himself anymore.
Okay. That's a contested strength check, I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah, I get advantage.
This is true, because he is
'cause he's
significantly smaller.
He's currently grappled.
That's also true.
So I will, with advantage.
Yeah, you rolled much better. Well, I don't know what you rolled, but I know what I rolled. It was bad.
Okay, my dice went off the table. Give me a second. Oh, 18. Sorry.
It says 18. Yeah, you significantly beat that, so he is subdued.
Okay.
All right, you have survived another round. Congratulations. Your friend, however, is still trapped within the cards. But
And you
I believe
said-
I owe you a question.
What is happening to this world? What is causing it? Can it be stopped?
That is 3 questions. I'll give you 2 of them, but I want you to specify which ones. Because you technically played the game twice, once against your own will.
What is happening? And how can we stop it? Will be my 2 questions.
What's happening now is something has awoken that has been asleep for a very, very long time. And your second question? I may give you more information on that one. I can't remember. I don't want to answer your question with the first question.
Kind of tilts his head sideways. If you don't want to answer that question, then answer the other one.
No, he was, I, the DM, didn't hear the second question. I'm trying to pull that out of you again.
Oh, gotcha. How do we stop it?
Ah, right. I think it would take tremendous, unanimous effort, all pooled together. I'll be honest with you. I don't think I am poised to answer that question, for what happens now and what is awakening is greater than I.
Greater than one of the gods.
Greater than one of the gods, as you may speak it.
You ain't that great already.
So, would anyone like to play for the life of your friend here? Or shall I wipe this all away?
Epic would want to play.
And
But
how
you
many
would also
cards
try.
would you like to draw?
Oh my god.
30. No, I'm just kidding.
There are 41 cards left on the deck.
He shuffles them menacingly, waiting for one of you to approach.
I like to think that he's like shuffling them like they do in fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! Just like bend it from the middle and on top just aggressively.
Yeah, like riffle shuffling?
Yeah.
May I shuffle the cards?
Ooh.
Alright, I'll allow it.
I don't know how you do that.
R.
You right click and then.
Oh wait, it's right there. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hover over it and you press R.
And then I say I want to draw 3.
Okay.
Before we do that, is there any way I can use sleight of hand? I understand this is a god.
Give me one moment.
He's like, hold on. I need to check the legality of this.
I see. You may try to sleight of hand, yes.
Alright, we'll have to roll for that.
A d20 plus your, I assume, proficiency plus your
Mod.
relevant modifier, yes.
And
So
you
plus
know, if
dexterity.
Okay, so proficiency 2, dexterity 3.
So, in
I'm plus 7 in sleight of hand, which is dexterity.
Oh,
So
Jesus.
Okay, so
30.
that's a dirty 20. I'm going to say that you are definitely able to reorder the cards in what a way that you think would be favorable. Do you want to try and draw high or low kind of thing?
I'm going to do 3, a 9, a 4, and an ace.
Okay.
I don't know how we're going to do that. Do I have to dig through the deck and do that? Or it'd probably just be easier to use.
Just hold for a moment.
Okay.
Without drawing them out, just picture you draw out exactly the cards that you want off the top of the deck, and absolutely nothing happens. He looks at you and he says, "Trust me, I've tried that one before, and if I can't pull it off, no one can.
Boo.
This deck
Savage.
here is more tricksy than me. I didn't even have to check if you were going to cheat because it will not let you. It will not let me."
wet.
Bummer.
You're more than welcome to actually
just-
play.
I just look down at my feet and then look back up, shuffle the deck one more time, and then draw 3 cards for real.
All right. Pull them out. So that's a 4 of hearts.
4 of hearts. 5 of clubs. Or, I'm sorry, 5 of spades and 8 of diamonds.
That's 17.
Okay. The 4 of hearts. What color hair do you think that your character currently has?
Well, he's a satyr. It's brown. He's got fur, so...
Very interesting. Because now, as if you are some sort of sun monkey, I don't know, like your fur all over your body, it would be less funny if you were a normal humanoid that had mostly just hair on their head, but you are a satyr, so all of your hair becomes the same color as your name here. Very bright yellow.
Does it have to be like
my.
this
Nice.
yellow?
Nice.
It also grows.
Suppose you'll be
roll
spending
me
a
a
lot of money on
D4.
dye now.
Roll me a
Okay.
d4.
That's a 6. I gotta get one out of the bag for that.
8.
That's the right one, I think. Looks like a 3.
Can I just say I love how chaotic this has gotten?
You're welcome.
Your hair
Thank you.
grows 3 inches across your entire body. You are a very woolly satyr. And then 5 of spades. The card morphs and shapes, and it appears in your hand as a teleport spell. You can teleport with perfect proficiency, meaning this is an unfailable teleport. 100 miles or less at your will with this scroll.
Oh.
And
You'd make it directly to
Good
the
lord.
Naga Kingdom after the capital.
8 of diamonds.
Now, is that a single person use teleportation, or can he do a group?
Teleport as spell can teleport a group.
Yeah.
Heard.
8 of diamonds is a secret.
Oh boy. We love those.
But you have yet again
What?
survived another round. Let's see. What are those added to? You've earned yourself a question, sir.
Can I have the gnome ask my questions for me?
No,
Hmm.
you gotta ask a question.
The answer is yes. Now, who would like to draw from the deck?
Damn.
How unfortunate.
Oh god damn it, Kenyon.
God. I gotta get up and stretch, man. Hold on. Oh.
At night looks
Yeah,
around,
so Barrett,
hoping
not at all creepily, is like literally just behind him now. Ready to take some cards from that deck.
Oh,
Hmm.
yeah, thanks for the stretch, Redeem. I didn't really need a stretch. I'm literally
He-
out of my chair right now.
Just
He offers
silently,
his
so he
hand
doesn't
out.
even say anything. He doesn't
Uh,
like you at all. It's clear. But he's gonna do it anyway.
It
Wink.
only makes the game more fun for me. Now, how many cards would you like to draw?
Why be original when I suppose I could take 3 as well.
All right. Let's flip them over one at a time.
Oh
The
boy.
10 of spades.
Oh.
Okay, that's kind of wild.
I mean, it is a deck of many wild things.
I'm gonna come back
Suppose
to
it
that
is
one.
Ratman's fault.
So you're gonna come back to
This is
that.
happening.
That's not good.
2 of clubs.
Mm-hmm. He kind of motions his hand like, "Get on with it, old man."
Damn.
Well, I guess this is as good a time as any. You all level up.
Oh.
What?
Okay. Is that
We'll
including
do
me
that.
inside the
I
car?
will
Does
include
that
you.
does that
Thank
affect
you.
proficiency bonus or no?
I guess we will go over
It does eventually,
After
Later.
session.
but Ace of Clubs. Ace of Clubs
Mhm.
says,
Mm-hmm.
you gain a wisdom beyond yourself. At any time, you can ask a question into this card, and it will be answered truthfully if an answer exists.
Now you can ask how to stop it.
Wait. He pauses momentarily. Because, he plans on using the card if he can ask the guy a question, of course.
Uh-huh.
But,
You gotta
the
go back
10,
to
the
the
10.
10, yeah.
Let's circle back around to that.
Okay.
Yeah,
This is kind of wild, so I don't exactly know how to handle it, but you all also gain a level, but it's specifically a level in Wild Magic Sorcerer.
Oh.
Roll
So-
5, guys. Woo!
Fun with this. This is fine. But
This is gonna be some serious downtime after your stream.
it's gonna be some seriously wild shit. The thing is, Cade's still not out of the deck. So,
Yeah.
luckily, everything that's
You said
happened
it
so
was
far,
through wild
as far as you
magic?
know, hasn't been detrimental.
Wow, holy crap.
Yeah.
There's only 35 cards left, y'all.
Can you imagine if
Can
Cade
you,
hadn't gotten one bad card?
Can you briefly explain the knowledge one again so I can type it up?
Yeah, let me just read what it says here. It was the Ace of Clubs. Once at any time after you draw this card, you can ask a question into the card in meditation and receive a truthful answer. The answer comes with the wisdom of how to use the information. You must be still holding the card to use this power.
And I can
So-
only use that once.
Yeah.
So are we gonna go with the wild magic or no? That is the question, because you sounded hesitant when you said it. I mean, if that's what happens, that's what happens.
I'm going to say that you all gain a level in Sorcerer, but I'm going to give you a little bit more agency than its Wild Magic. So you all gain a level in Sorcerer as well. That's going to be a little bit better, I think, in terms of tailoring it to each character.
So there's
you know what I mean?
sorcerer instead of wild magic?
You're just Sorcerer. Yeah.
Where
Heard,
is
okay.
sorcerer?
Don't worry about it now. We'll worry about this
Yeah,
later.
it'll be after. I'm just kind of taking a note for myself so I can remember it
Is
later.
it possible that at the end of this we have to choose to let go of everything?
Because it is possible that at the end of this
Yeah.
you must choose to let go of it all. You're
Yeah,
really
so-
gambling here.
Yeah, so for all intents and purposes, you are level 5.
I
What-
would,
how-
however, like to I would, however, kind of like to deliberate with the team, because I can use my question on the god person to make him
Mhm.
answer truthfully. And also we know how to use it,
hmm
Can I quickly deliberate with them?
Sure, I have no time limit. But I will
Right.
ask that you only deliberate with the other players of the game.
That only leaves one person out.
Yeah, I was gonna
And the
say, I'm
gnome
the only one
has
who
proven
it.
to be rather,
Unless, of course, you'd like to reserve your
Well,
question
I suppose.
until they are a part of the game. He shuffles the deck menacingly and holds it out. towards Ahsoka.
I would only draw one card and that's it because I have my own damn deck of cards.
That's acceptable. Would you like to draw a
But your
card?
deck of cards isn't this deck of cards, right?
No,
You're
it's
just gonna
not.
be doing the regular one.
Ahsoka has a deck of illusions. It's nowhere near an artifact level magical item.
Yeah, I'm just looking at these cards.
It's
These
literally
cards
like an
are
uncommon
humongous
item, I
and
think.
inconvenient. It's an
I
uncommon
suppose I
item.
will hold off on my question until the monk over there draws their one card.
Yeah, I'm drawing one single card. That's it. You can
Alright.
draw it for me. It's fine. I'm watching the screen. That's all.
The Jack
I have
of
notes in that other one.
Diamonds. Jack of Diamonds.
Jack of Diamonds.
What is
Hmm.
what does that mean? You repeated it twice. Yes. I can see I have eyeballs.
Well, he looked at it and he kind of frowns. It means you should probably get ready.
Four?
Hold on, give me just a moment. Wait.
Oh, hold on, Kenyon. I'm going to make a thing. I'm going to. Can I whisper to you? Is that a thing that I can do in chat?
You could send me a DM on Discord.
I'm sorry, what the fuck is that?
It's a thing.
Huh?
Sir?
A rather interesting thing.
What is the other state of this card? Ah, that. Yes. As you draw the card, a black dragon flies out of the card. And we must now roll initiative as well.
Motherfucker.
Um,
Do we still get to ask our one question?
Ask it
We did
quickly!
step 5.
oh no.
And I have sent you the message, Kenyon.
Okay.
Oh, I got a 19. Also, is Bert cooking something or is something burning in the house?
Probably
Probably
both. Hey!
Oh my god. Alright, I'm gonna go check really quick because I get nervous about that.
Well, this is gonna be I don't know if it's an OOC question or not. Are they still able to draw from the deck while this is all happening?
Yeah, they absolutely are. If they want to draw from the deck, it is a... I'll say it's a
I'm
bonus
say
action.
Barrett leans in close to this god and asks his question using his card.
Okay.
Can we kill you? And as such, they would know how to do so.
Just real quick,
Oh.
Dragon. So the question that you get to ask the guy for winning the card game is separate from the question you get with the card that you got.
Well, I'm using the card.
I mean, the card asks just in general, like an omnipotent thing, to my understanding.
Yeah, the card doesn't ask him the question. So you can ask this card away from him if you feel like it.
Then I shall do that.
Okay.
Oh.
Let me think.
Because
nothing-
killing this tiny gnome seems easier than killing the dragon at this point.
I
Well,
mean,
he also
you may
didn't
still
summon
have
the
to-
dragon.
Yeah, you may still have to deal with the dragon.
Yeah, the dragon came from the cards, and the cards is just something he had in his possession. It's not like a manifestation of his god power.
Other
In
important
fact,
question.
he's the only one that can just make the dragon disappear.
Yeah, probably.
Because he
Am
can
I
undo
running out of
everything.
meat inside the card, Kenyon?
Are you running out of meat? I would say you took...
Yeah.
You specified that you ripped a very large portion of that boar off, if you recall. I would say you're probably fine on the meat for now.
Okay, good. I'm just asking the real questions here.
Yeah, this is fine.
I'm just over here asking if I can kill a god.
I mean,
The voice repeats some information back to you. It has no particular intonation. It doesn't sound high or low or male or female. It sounds like nothing you've ever heard. It's almost as if you just know this information all of a sudden. But what comes to your mind is that there are a few different ways to kill a partition. For one, it is possible to simply bludgeon them to death. However, it would be nigh impossible for you to do so without dying in the process, because they're just very powerful beings. It's not impossible to kill one by traditional means, but very, very difficult. Actionable information, though, if you can somehow force them to decide that they no longer wish to live, whether that's through, magical means or what, you can force them to essentially split themselves apart and cease to be.
oh,
The best way to do that would be some sort of extremely high level manipulation magic.
We are not high level.
However, there's a deck of
well,
extremely
we
high
are
level
2
magic.
levels higher now.
Anyway, initiative order we said was what now? And I will roll for the dragon.
Well, I'm going to the bathroom real quick, seeing as I'm still in a fucking card. I will be post haste.
Fair
Feel
enough.
free to
Excellent.
continue.
Hold on. How are we gonna combat? Are we just gonna pretend we're still level 4 or level 3?
That's a great question.
Do we want to come back to this next session? Because it is also 11 o'clock.
That is possible. So let's level up our characters, but have a separate saved sheet unleveled.
Well, for one, I was gonna say after this session, you guys level up to 4 anyway. So might as well just make this why you level up to 4. Does that feel
I
cheap
say,
to
do
you?
we keep?
Because you can level
No.
up to 6 if you want.
I say we permanent level up to 4 and maybe temporary 5.
And then if we survive, we can go to 5.
Mhm.
But it's not sorcerer level if we have to undo
Yeah,
everything.
I agree
Yeah,
with that.
yes.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I think that's solid.
And having leveled up, we instantaneously know our abilities and can utilize them, correct? You're not going to throw any sort of like, you don't know what you can do at us, right?
Yeah, I mean, I would say that, like, you are immediately aware of your magics, probably.
Okay. Because with my 8...
Because as a
I'm
sorcerer, it's not like...
casting any spells, but I am going to definitely do Clockwork Soul, and I get Restore Balance as an ability, and I can use this ability equal to my proficiency bonus, where I can either create or I can undo disadvantage or advantage.
Desire. Kill God. All right. Well, I'm going to save this where we're at then, and we will start this back next time. We have some significant character sheet work to do. Boy, howdy, this has been a session.
So,
A
level
nat
5.
1 on a percentile. Yeah, that's deck of many things
Thank
if I've ever heard
God.
it.
Play Russian roulette.
Literally, yeah.
You're
Yeah.
Level up
welcome.
twice.
Again.
Level up twice. Saucy's fucking a woolly mammoth now. An extremely Super Saiyan woolly mammoth.
Our
Not
fucking
that,
paladin's
just-
gonna come back and be like, "What the fuck?"
I'm just picturing like the golden monkey Saiyan in GT. Do you know the one I'm talking about?
You mean Baby Vegeta? Then
Yeah, I guess it was baby Vegeta. Yeah, I'm picturing
Jesus Christ.
gorilla form baby Vegeta, but like that kind of fur.
It's called the Great Ozaru, the Great Golden Ozaru.
Great ape herd.
Weeb. Sorry.
Fucking
Very,
nerd.
Fucking nerd.
I'm telling you right
We
now, when
only
I
play
drew those
D&D.
cards, that is not what I expected to happen.
Oof.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Expecting some, like,
Could I possibly have him ask the other question before we stop? Because I'll probably forget before that.
Yeah, that's
time.
fine. Definitely.
Okay, so this time is when he leans in close. So, how do we incapacitate you?
That's kind of a rude question. You could
I mean,
probably
he could have been far
bonk
rude.
me on the head.
Considering what yes,
Hmm.
the card.
I would say your best bet is to probably get lucky on the cards here, but yeah, incapacitated. I am very good at magic, but you technically could catch me off guard with some magic. Maybe you could poison me. I don't think I'm immune to all poisons.
I mean, I could poison him if I weren't inside the card.
If you're really sneaky and you can wait long enough, I'll probably sleep eventually.
I won't.
Epic nudges Barrett.
Oh
No,
my gosh,
no,
that's
you
right,
won't.
you won't.
Yeah, I am going to look at all these cards, and I'm going to write down, and I'm going to send it to you guys in World Plague what all of these did. If they are silent,
Secret ones?
no, I'm going to say
No.
redacted on those, but
Uh,
I am going to note them so that I know what they do.
Oh no.
that's
I'm
valid.
scared still.
I'm just gonna.
Mine.
Love how fucking Liz pulled one card and it was like a fucking dragon.
I'm
Yeah.
saying. Oh no,
Uh,
goodbye,
Can you
dice.
tell what type of dragon it is and what its age is? Is it like an adult black dragon? Is what it
Is
looks
it a
like?
whelp thing?
It's a young
it-
adult dragon. Young black
Okay,
dragon.
level 6 feels doable.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
also
not like you
remember.
summoned a Tarask on us.
I mean, also remember, you're down a party member until you all draw cards to get me out.
Yeah.
So I mean, take that with a grain of salt.
And Kenan, don't forget my message.
Yes, trust me, I'm remembering it.
Along
Okay.
with all of the secret cards and then the cards that aren't secret.
Mm-hmm. Anywho, yeah, GG's, good
We're
campaign.
putting dice back on
Peace out.
desk.
Yes, the wise. Yes, boss muffin.
I don't even know how to. This has fallen into a space that I didn't expect to go this early. So
Oh God, I'm loving this. This is great.
anyway, have a good night, campaigners and viewers alike. See you next D&D stream, man.